Okay, let's do it. I think I'm ready.
Good enough for me, I suppose. Hockey dokie. So, I guess I'll say it here. I was going to put it in the comments, but unfortunately the last episode of Wrath of the Righteous got a little corrupted when I was trying to convert it over. So it has been pooped. There has been a minor time skip into the center of the things. Gratuitous violence occurred, but I was thinking Achilles was going to say something. That's why there was a pause there. It's time for more of Godzilla and Friends Retake the Holy Land. As always, boys, thank you for your support on Patreon. Oh,
there he is.
There he is. There you are. Yeah, little buddy. You could kill me if you had the intelligence to do so. I'm a commoner. You're a cat. Evolution is a scary thing. Also, I realized when I loaded this up, my OBS had recrapped its pants, so I had to... I don't know where everyone's tokens are, so we'll fix it between here and the next time. That's what we'll do. But we will... I guess I'll roll the D4 for the in-character. For the not hero point, I'll take them as I see them down at the bottom of Roll20. Boom! Oh, I didn't put a space. Good job, Tommy. And Matthew's first.
Wait, do we need to do the whole character introduction or just the
above?
Where we're at?
All of the above.
Okay. So
yes.
Hakon is the ranger, scout, now monk, sort of human.
Human adjacent.
Yeah, who's the newest addition to the team. I think at the moment he is feeling rather conflicted about where we're going. I think he is was feeling real good about like storming the fortress and how we've managed to take out all of the trebuchets, but also is not trusting at all of the dude who he sent back to camp. And so I think it's kind of a bit of two minds of wanting to like push forward and try and see if we can capture this Kelid or keep making progress in the fortress, but also wanting to get back to camp to make sure that we have not just let a saboteur into our ranks and come back to chaos or something. Mm-hmm.
And that's how we figure out what he does. We just roll the D100, and if I roll real bad, it's a TPK. Oops! He was actually a bad thing. Good enough. Matthew has a hero point. I almost said take that hero point, and then I caught myself. It's almost like I do the same thing day in and day out. I love my job, but God, it gets monotonous sometimes. But Matt has to go again. Sorry about it. And Tim's next.
All right.
Should we just start calling Hagen a Witcher? He's basically a Witcher.
I mean,
I am playing as Tempe, the dual-cursed oracle. That is also a Hierophant, the mythic class. And yes, we rescued some guy who was like staring at his weapon as some kind of torture, I guess. And then we came in here and we fought a bunch of things, and I think we're still in the middle of a fight because I think there's a guy down here somewhere.
No, there was a guy who had gone outside of your line of sight, and then Hawkins sprinted forward, punched him 17 times, or no, I shouldn't say it that way. Excuse me. Hawkins sprinted forward, stabbed him 36 times in the chest.
That's right.
Carl, that kills people.
I remember that it was getting close. We were gonna have to either like pause the fight or finish it in one round. So we finished it in one round.
Welcome to Mythic, kids.
But yeah, it was good. It was good stuff.
Good enough. And we will boom boom. Matt has to go again. Sorry about it, buddy. I'm just real sorry. This is how it always happens when I roll. I should have played a wizard today. I very clearly should have played a wizard today. Oh my God. There we go. Adam.
Si, senor.
Oh, that means you're up. Oh, there he goes. He figured it out.
Yeah, I put two and two together. I am the magic person, surprisingly enough.
Yeah.
How can me?
Yeah, one and the same.
I mean,
really are.
I have very mixed feelings on alchemy in Pathfinder First Edition and what it can and cannot do. I'm letting him craft with it.
Yeah, there's things that I sit here and go, but guys, what are you doing? Why did you make it so difficult? Out of character, there's tons of things that are super interesting. In character, I sit here and go, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. But we raided the city. I guess city isn't technically the proper term. We raided the castle, and we've met some interesting people. Mainly being Jestik, Best Bay. But yeah, Kieran does not like the fact that we just let Mr. Person do whatever he wanted to do, but can't really do anything about it. So he's a little ticked off about that. But other than that, he just wants to get to the next stage, I guess is the best way to say it.
Yeah, I think I understand. All right, Nick, take us home.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm playing as Grazak, the Uruxi Paladin of Apsu. For all you people that haven't read up on 2nd edition yet, Uruxi is just the lizard folk. And I'm also playing as the Mythic Champion class. What is Grazak thinking right now? Besides wondering how both the human Kelid and the dwarf would probably taste once they finally find them, he's probably just more concerned, not so much that we're going in blindly, but we might overstep ourselves a bit too much by trying to go into the Citadel on our own without our army. That was released. I think after what they talked with him a little bit, I think Grazak probably at least believes he wouldn't be a threat to us leaving him here, and that bringing him with us through the Citadel might have been a bit more of a detriment, especially if we had to, watch out for him. But anyway, I have the feeling that whatever we come across, we'll at least be able to handle once we go through here.
Works for
Maybe.
me. Famous last words. Yeah, we got this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of, I am willing to go through a couple more doors before we head back and rest.
And on
That's
that note,
fair.
the floor is y'all's. The bodies of many a demon and fiendish minotaur lie broken, stabbed, and then thunderstruck. They've been thunderstruck before you. I forget Tempe can do that.
There's a
so
scared
bad.
Rox running loose somewhere.
Hakon comes walking back around the corner. No, I got that one.
Good for you.
I almost want to... Yeah, why not? It is now canon in this universe that rock blood is a bright, viscousy, mucusy yellow color dripping from both of the... God damn it, what do you fight with? Wave blades, that's
Chain
it.
daggers?
Wave blades.
Scorpion
Oh,
tails.
wave blades. I like.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like it's gone through the blade and sunk into where I'll say Pazuzu all the time, and I won't spontaneously combust. Sunk into the blade, almost glowing a little bit.
You really need to do something about those. We'll deal with that later.
Indeed.
Anyway, where is the rest of the... Here we are.
There you are. So, what was in this room? The one where the monsters were.
Well, in that room, there's a perception check.
Hey, I can do that.
I always love saying it like that.
Perception, not profession.
Okie dokie. A ruinous field of debris covers the southeast corner of this large courtroom. Columns support the 30-foot ceiling overhead. Other than a bunch of doors, there's not really much of anything in here.
Does it look like the debris came from?
Near as y'all can tell from looking around, it probably came from years and years and years of this citadel being run by demons. There is a lot of like blood and gore and various depravity smeared all over the place.
You.
You assume at some point it was maybe something got knocked in and then stone shaped, or knocked in and then somebody just like patched it somehow.
Blood and guts everywhere. Can't imagine what that smells like.
Not the best. You also probably have a pretty good idea what it tastes like.
You.
Probably.
So we have a lot of options of where to go to next. There's stuff out here, and then there's stuff up here, and then stuff over here, and then stuff down here.
Before we go anywhere, where is the little one? And I mean the little one, not you, Tempe.
I miss when Delvin was here and we had a perfect
the
size
little
category
one
of people.
is right over here. He's here.
Oh,
On your back?
hello, Kieran. Okay.
Have we checked their bodies yet?
You've
See
not,
if
no.
there's- Let's go ahead and see if there's any lootables.
Okay. Certainly the Thoxels and the Vroxels will have skinnable bits, things like that, as well as I will tell you what the swords were if they are enchanted, but I forget if
So
they
the
are.
demon bodies are still there.
Yes.
Oh. Pay into reality, out of reality this time.
Like I said on several occasions, I may or may not have something the difference between called and summoned something. I know how demons work. Leave me be.
Okay.
No, the Thoxels have composite longbows and masterwork two-bladed swords, all of which come together for not a whole heck of a lot of much. The Minotaurs are carrying large great axes. Other than that, it's mostly skinnables. Possibly Craft Alchemy could do some like demon blood components.
I'd like to inspect one of the two-bladed swords and attempt to lift the great axe.
Okay.
You said it's a large size?
Yeah, it is sized for a large creature.
Okay. Does it look like it's made out of?
Which one?
Yeah, great axe.
How do I want to?
Does it have like a greenish hue to it?
No, God. They are just carrying adamantine great axes. Be dope, though.
Gosh.
That's how they're going to get you. They're going to cut through the walls to flank you. Haha, no. Just looks like B- grade steel, I guess I'll say.
Okay.
Notched and chipped in several places along the blade. Most of the damage that this thing is doing is just size plus mass. Run into somebody. As far as the two-bladed sword, it's about the same idea. It's that one's an exotic weapon, so it's probably a little weird for Grazak, and like you start like trying to hold it like a spear, and then it kind of like nicks you in the armpit.
Honestly, Grazak would probably just like look at it at first and think it's interesting. Then when he's like wielding, he's like, "This is a silly weapon. I'm not going to touch with it." The giant axe, however, decided at first, and then tried to lift it and just be like, "Yeah, no."
You certainly.
Oh, well.
I feel like you could lift. You know, I'm gonna see how much
Trying
that
to like
was.
swing it would probably feel very silly.
Would feel very penalty to attack rolls for an inappropriately sized weapon. We're using 3.5. If you want to grab monkey grip, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Why do I care how much bow it is? 24 pounds. It doesn't weigh a whole heck of a lot. It's real awkward for you.
Yeah, no kidding. I'll put it down. Sorry about that. So, where next?
Well, south or actually looks like what, south or west?
Let's go this way.
I mean, straight south looks like there's some doors.
Yeah, this room is chock full of doors.
Yeah,
Or
there's
galore.
north, south, west, and east that we haven't been through.
Well, east is the way we came from.
Well,
And
there's further doors south in the east corridor.
Oh yeah.
Let's just pick a direction and see where it leads.
Hold on, I see something. I want to check it out.
Roll 1d4.
Okay. What is this thing? Why is it there?
Ah, and Matt actually did that. That, I believe, is a familiar.
Oh, okay.
I will unrookify it. Yeah. I assume presently the cat is
Yeah,
gross
cat's
and tumor.
fortified. Cat was
Yeah, but
fortified.
I'm gonna try and open this door.
Okay. The door is locked, but it is locked from your side. So it doesn't take a lot of effort to do so.
Unlock the door then.
Shaboom. And it leads out into a perception check.
Okay.
Percent.
Hockey-talkie. This once beautiful court now lies in disarray. The walls are decorated with murals of angels and Templars engaged in all manner of acts with beasts and demons. Collapsed stone completely bars most of this. Whoops. Oh, do that again. As Grazak is moving through there, Grazak has to like step and climb and squeeze his way on through. As only 5 decorated columns still support the ceiling overhead.
About knights and demons and all manner of acts, like fighting, having a party,
Having a party is probably closer to fighting.
fornicating.
Lots and lots of scenes of depravity. As you guys are looking around, there are also several I imagine Hawken would be able to tell pretty easy after all of his trials and tribulations with this particular demon, but there are some shed Vrock feathers in here.
Seems fair. We've dealt with a few of them.
Dealt with what?
Yeah.
4 at this point? There have been a lot. Never enough at one time to dance at you, but this is Wrath of the Righteous, not West Side Story.
Unless one of us decides to play a bard and just styles on the demons.
Vrock Bard, I'll do it.
Snapping.
Suddenly, Wrath of the Righteous turns into a rap battle for the fate of the universe.
Rap Battle of the Righteous.
Dance
Oh
Oh my god, yes.
Epic rap battles of history.
Right.
Grazak!
Can I roll a religion check to see, like, maybe identify if this area was particular demons?
Yeah, go for it. So the Vrock feathers laying about, and some of them are kind of concentrated about like here-ish, I'll say, would lead Grazak to believe this was probably that Vrock that had come up around the corner. It was probably like layering in this room or posted here. One or the other. It's hard to say.
interesting. But it doesn't look like there's anything else around in here besides the feathers and debris.
Lots of doors.
Lots of doors. Huh. All these doors are making me anxious.
All these columns are.
Also, those strange depictions on the walls.
Yeah, so is it those were supposed to be there, or like these are pictures that have been defaced since the demons moved in?
Defaced.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Either something that was already there and it has been defaced, or something that has been added.
Oh, we get some original demonic artwork.
You could technically probably take this somewhere in some part of the world to some museum and sell it and make a pretty penny.
I think we should power wash it off the walls when we have the opportunity, but
Grzok's teeth probably twitch with the instinct to do just that.
So it turns out we've actually been in this room already.
Odd tastes and aesthetics.
I say, have we been in here, or did it just loop around?
It loops around. If we go up here, that's where we started.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a hallway. This is the new room that you've just now gotten into.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pick somebody who's smarter than Grzok lead the way.
I want to check this room here.
Okay. Works for me. The door is not locked. And I always want to be like, well, make a will save on the other side of it.
Check for traps.
I just realized that I'm still hurt. Before we move to the next room...
Oh, no one told me that they were hurt.
We all forgot that at the end of last session, Grzok took a great axe to the stomach. Well, this is a really nice weapon. Grzok's blood dripping off it.
Let me just... Here, take 16 health.
Oh, that works.
And I'm assuming everybody else as well. That looked like a channel.
Yeah, that was a channel.
Looked like
Anyone else hurt still? 'Cause I've still got like 400 channels, so...
You don't have 400 channels.
I mean,
he might as
that
well.
I may as well.
In TTRPGs, it's either like you have 1 or you have 1 billion.
Fair.
Oh, also, they reset just like my spells, so I get double the amount that I would normally have because I'm crazy good.
Okay.
You
Weird
are
flex, but okay.
Oh, it's time for me to go to work. Yeah.
And that's what we're gonna... No, kidding.
On any other day. Okay, so
Yeah.
Is anyone else still hurt?
What is pain?
I don't know.
Kieran sits on top of Grzok's snoot and becomes the Velociraptor.
It's have you ever seen someone bleed? Oh, obviously you have. So you know when you throw like rocks at people, and then they say the word "ouch," or potentially just, you know, that one.
I believe he was being sarcastic when he asked that. It's okay. I've had trouble catching up on it too.
Anyways, I'm gonna walk in this door.
Okay. And on the other side is a perception check.
And perception.
As I do a scroll.
Okay. I just walked in. I don't know if there are any enemies, but I don't see them.
Oh, wrong character sheet.
I mean, the cat is entitled to a perception check. It's literally the same number.
But isn't the cat literally inside him right now?
I mean, it's not the tumor. It's a tumor familiar. It can poke its head out, take a look around, go back in. It's kind of metagaming-ish, but like it is what it is. Okay, so
What it is what it is.
that was creepy. Don't do that again. I don't know how I feel about that. A huge statue of a squat dwarf with a massive hammer and shield stands at the forefront of this small chapel, flanked by twin tapestries depicting forges. Several rows of benches extend back from the dais on which the statue is mounted, watched over by 3 more stone dwarven sentinels in the alcoves along the eastern wall. A final, larger tapestry covers the back of this chamber, apparently illustrating and commemorating the construction of Citadel Drezen and its stand against demonkind. All of the room's decorations have been torn, smashed, scratched, and otherwise befouled. Their original sacred purpose can be barely seen below layers of filth and ruin. The three eastern statues in particular seem to have suffered the brunt of this blasphemy, for their entire surface has been etched with demonic runes.
Miss Delvin.
Are you done?
Yes, thank you for asking.
Am I supposed to see green little lines?
These here?
Yeah.
No, I will delete them really quickly. What that was a sheer ran far away from you guys on a balcony and then arcane locked a door a day ago.
Oh.
Wonder why I did that.
Because it was dying really bad and needed to expeditious retreated itself, ran, arcane locked the door, ran some more.
Is
Oh
this still
my
a
God.
Christian?
What?
Is this a Christian stream?
I mean, like, don't be offensive on my channel.
Okay. I will take that to the
Does this
utmost.
mean I'm not allowed to say the word fornicating again?
No, you can say fornicating, fine. You can drop as many F-bombs as your character would. You are fighting creatures of absolute evil, and I've seen you, Nick,
think
go from 0 to 100 every time 1d4 demon shows up on your confidence level. Just no isms, basically.
Okay, so he was being a
You're
little bit.
not inaccurate.
You have no idea how much we talk about you at the house.
Now I just feel self-conscious.
We've
Anyway,
play
I
tested
would
high
like
level
to-
Hawken versus a lot of demon lords, and just like
Yeah.
Krzak's anxiety level does this, Hawken kills it. Krzak's anxiety level does this.
Work team.
I'm helping.
I would like to inspect the statue at the front.
Sure, make it happen.
Maybe the little one who's smarter than me on my shoulder might be able to provide some insight as well.
Are there some like windows
And
or
it's still on
something
my
here?
shoulder.
No, those are the alcoves that I described. There's a statue there,
Okay.
a statue there,
Ah,
statue there.
gotcha. Those are the statue alcoves. Okay.
So the religion check's being thrown around. Very clearly, it's a statue of the chief god of the dwarven pantheon, Torog.
Huh.
The runes are, they kind of glow a little bit, but they don't seem to, like, if they were going to be some kind of trap, when you go, like, step into the room, look at them, they probably would have exploded, and Tempe doesn't seem to be exploded.
And so
Perhaps
it
I
was
should
the-
try to learn the abyssal language for myself. Then we could see what these terrible runes mean.
Ichthar the Slayer was here. And just dumb stuff like that.
Anyone else hear something?
No.
Yeah.
Thank you for
What the?
acknowledging my crappy joke.
What's that?
That door is also not locked.
Okay, I'm gonna take a peek.
Before I open it, Matt, you're pinging this thing.
Oh, you said it was the south stuff that was like the most defaced?
The most defaced are these statues over here. Those are the ones that, like, runes have been carved in and are kind of glowy a little bit. This is an enormous tapestry which, like, it commemorates the construction of the Citadel, and it's been torn, filth has been stained upon it.
Okay.
If I had to rank the level of demonic shenanigans in this room, there we go. I don't know why I went to shenanigans, but take it. These over here, the statues, then the tapestry, then the statue of Torog last.
Okay. Can we tell what's up with these statues that made them so significant that they were defaced so horribly?
You
Might just
could.
be because they were images of Torag and the demons just wanted to.
The
You know.
Torag was the one that was the least defaced. So Torag was least defaced. It was the other statues that got the brunt of it.
My bad.
You could probably throw a dungeoneering-y, arcana-y, detect magic-y kind of thing at them.
Well, I got a 24 Arcana.
Oof. Well, I tried.
Oh, I see the Arcana. I'm sorry. I see a bunch of checks come down real fast. Hawken, you're not sure. Kieran, you turn over and you realize these 3 statues, they're smaller than the average one, but they're little stone golems. And it looks like, much in the same way that you looks awkwardly at Grizak, who's wearing a headdress made of rock feathers, might destroy a thing and leave it as a grisly trophy. It looks like the golems had been broken down, got to where they ceased to function, parked back in their spots, defaced, and then left there to sit forever. It's a fair assumption that those were at some point in time, like, here to defend the Citadel, possibly even like to defend the chapel itself. But they probably haven't moved in a really long time.
You're telling me that these stone statues couldn't move?
Yes.
They're made of stone. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I did see something similar in Numeria. Except they were much bigger and made of metal.
On Grizak's journey to the Holy Land through the science fantasy apocalypse.
Numeria was weird.
That's facts.
Very
Seems
scary.
legit.
Long story for another time.
So, Tempe, do you know something to demon?
I mean, there's no demoning this. It's gonna take many mages, many months.
The Hierophant quickly opens the Oracle spell list and starts scrolling frantically. It's a very powerful mythic path, but I don't think I'd ever want to play it just because I'd be constantly just staring at the spell list.
Yeah, no, I've got that up right now.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Pretty much constantly going over it.
So Dispel Evil might be able to do something. I don't know what.
It is, but as I said, like this whole area, like this whole castle,
It's a lot of bad.
royally screwed. It's gonna take months and months.
You are, in
Many
fact,
mages.
and all the lemon pledge you can muster.
Fortunately, dispatching all of the malcontents that have occupied this castle will take significantly less time.
That is-
Surprised I know
that
what
is
that
the
word
hope.
means.
So, what's through this door?
Through that door, does anyone want to check it for traps, or should I just kick
Sure.
it open?
Sure.
That's bait.
Traps.
Traps? What traps? I fear not my saves. Yeah, definitely not trap. There's a faint, glowy something or other on it that Kieran would be able to easily identify. Something came through here and arcane locked this shut behind it, but didn't stop to, like, manually lock the door. And there's a hallway on the other side.
So,
Step
Yeah.
on through.
he's being dumb. I
What?
really wish I could. Well, he didn't lock the door. He just arcane locked it.
He was
That's
scared.
fine.
You scared the poor shear. He ran. Actually, I think it was Hawkins specifically. No, it was
Someone check that
Tempe.
first door, and I'll check this door.
Okay.
I will check
I'm
the
checking this door.
Okay.
Perhaps it is worth. Never mind. I'll wait.
Both of them seem fine.
Okay. Well, what's in them?
Inside here, there's a room. Inside here, there's a room. As you look inside, it looks like, and there is in fact a door hanging open over here.
Okay.
It looks like the idea of the Citadel this far in is like, if an army had to retreat in here, the idea is to make a bunch of holes, a bunch of really, really small rooms, a maze for people to get lost, meanwhile opposing forces are flanking them.
Gotcha. So this is more area, and then there's some more stuff. Whew, there's just a whole lot.
Indeed.
Get back to the group.
Because that takes
At
you...
the same time, maybe don't
Let
check
the outside.
everything.
Yes. That takes you outside.
Yeah. What was in this other room?
Is this?
Anyone go in there yet?
There's nothing in that one. A 3x3 square of hide troops to flank
It
people.
was small and empty.
Like me.
All right.
No, Besides the rocks and those fiend cows, we haven't ran into anything else yet.
I'm being left.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
a
get
bit
there.
concerning.
I will turn to the group and to the Almighty God and go, can we get like an arrow or something that would point towards the center of this place? Because we should probably go there.
You can with actually.
Because we just found outside.
We just found the outside, so probably the opposite direction.
Let's just trace back the way that we were.
I feel like there's enough survival mods that I don't need to ask for a survival check to find the center of the place. But I get it anyway. Wonderful. Yeah, Hawking could track back to where y'all were. Basically anywhere from your insertion point to here. You've made a more or less a big... I'm drawing on my monitor, stop judging me. Almost a big circle. If you were to go back onto the balcony and then like cut over, you would make a complete lap.
Right.
Oh.
But this
so
area down south of here, this is all new stuff.
Yes.
So is that rubble leading outside the same rubble that like random staircase went to?
What rubble are you guys talking about? Because I don't say anything.
The rubble over here.
Through the other door.
He's talking about up this way. And yes.
Okay. Okay, I know where we are now.
Because I don't.
So I'm gonna open this door, check what's inside.
I guess I'll take the interior one.
Out to the balcony, and there's another door in the room that Hawken opens.
I'll take this one.
Oh.
I guess I'll take this one.
Alrighty.
I shall check that
Is there
one.
anything else in here?
There's not, no. Lots and lots of just like... If an army of dwarves needed to go hide places, they'd be hiding in here. It doesn't look like anybody's really been in here recently, though.
So I'm
Anything
guessing this...
There's a door here, though.
Does this door... Okay, that's the one that hacked. So Hakon opens the other door.
Yeah, bam. And you see a scary lizard man or a witcher, depending on your perspective. Tempe is moving south. That door is open. That door is open.
Oop.
This looks familiar. Hold on.
Oh no, it's another one of these rooms with the column in the middle.
Yeah, we've been to a room like this.
Does Kieran want to open the door he was standing at? I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with 4 sprinty boys. Out to the balcony.
Okay.
Although, speaking of the army not being there, what do we see from the balcony? What's anything going on outside?
You can make perception checks. Pacha. I guess I really like rolling D7s, it turns out. I'm not going to question it. Today the sky is... I'm going to roll blue, watch. Okay, no. Today the sky is normal and blue, and somehow that's the scariest of all. Again, the sky is a sickly yellowish color. There's not a lot of noise coming from outside, though.
Do we see anything out there? Like, as far as, like, did their troops move back out into the courtyard, or is it pretty quiet?
It's like... You might maybe see occasionally Shaga, like, circles around a little, but that's about it.
Alright, that's a good sign. Shaga wasn't murked by the dude we let off with Shaga.
If I kill Shaga, Shaga will die on screen. She will be awake, she will be standing, she will be armed.
I mean, Shaga can just get rezzed anytime with
And I'll just have to start taking barbarian classes because of how angry I would be.
Yeah, yeah, that's facts. Also, Matthew has now given me permission to
insane.
kill animal companions off screen, so haha. You can blame him when Shaga's dead.
Ubin, no!
Oh, I forgot Ubin existed. There is a... Yeah. I've seen him once. I've roleplayed him once. Something history nerd. Hit me.
Alright.
Baby, one more time?
Just roll in. What's behind this door?
And behind that door.
Staircases.
Boom. Bam. Whole lot of nothing. Lots of small... If you were
we
to...
should go back.
Well, we can finish up this area. 'Cause it looks like we're...
Yeah, we're about to
I
come
think
up on something.
I think this Looks like we're heading out
Looks
to
like
another
there's some
balcony.
steps over here. Let me
just-
check this room down this way first.
Okay.
What's down here?
This one?
In there is a
Or-
perception check.
Seems that
Perception
dwarves
check.
designed the Citadel specifically to confuse and make people upset.
Just a troll. It's not a dwarf stronghold. It's a troll one. I'm funny.
So perception check in this room.
Yep. 1 sec. I gotta scroll back up. I gotta remember. The thing about this dungeon is there are a lot. It's almost as bad as the first one in Carrion Crown, where you're opening doors and there's privies, and it's just, this is a privy. There's nothing useful in here. Well, why is it here? Here it makes more sense, but I digress. Okay, so in that room, which is that room, boom. Yeah, no, buddy.
The room of room that does the room.
Overturned beds, broken furniture, and the dead bodies of several cultists litter this large room. The room that Tempe is in.
Yeah,
Where is Tempe at?
Nope, we lost Tempe.
Tempe is down here.
I'm right here.
Why?
Achilles.
Someone
Hanging out
at
in this
your
room.
age should not be wandering alone.
You say this like that's going to stop him.
I also seem to remember it being that every time I'm not around you guys, that you guys get in trouble.
Always pack your healer, kids.
It is not untrue.
But anyway, so let's, as long as I'm being weird, I'm gonna check this door.
5 foot of nothing. Well, actually, no.
Wow.
You open that body, and inside there is, the body is really emaciated and shriveled and gross, and all of the hair has fallen out and lies on like the gut of the dead dwarf.
Yeah.
I want to make a heal
just-
check to inspect what
us
might
two.
have actually killed these things.
Sure. Quick to the SRD.
Would knowledge nature work for that as well,
Yeah.
depending on how they died?
Let me just actually come to think, it's probably, even if Hawken hadn't rolled really well, it's probably pretty close to his heart, shall I say. As y'all look around, the corpses all invariably, their eyes are locked open, as if somebody had like duct taped their eyelids as far open as they could go. Dawns on you, everyone who's not Grizak. Grizak's probably like, oh, they died of fright or something. No, this is how a Nabasu consumes the life of something.
Oh.
Ooh.
Nabasu.
The one in here that Tempe sees is it looks like it had animated as a ghoul, and then something had happened to destroy the ghoul. Whether the Nabasu's temper got the better of it, or perhaps some of the cultists didn't take kindly to being nommed on by a ghoul. There are a lot of variables there.
Okay.
Aren't the victims of a Nabasu, don't they always reanimate as some type of ghoul?
I remember something along those lines.
So they did something with ghouls, but I don't remember the exact specifications for it.
And in most of these cases, it looks like, because the nature checks would be able to, and Hawken himself would know that usually they pop right back up as a ghoul. In a lot of cases, the Nabasu has either like stepped on it and broken enough of the like negative energy connection via damage to cause them to not reanimate, or like you look around and the eyes are whooped open, and then underneath somebody's robes there's gouge marks from the claws of the thing. Y'all fought a Nabasu when you were taking one of the balconies. You assumed this was its lair.
Okay.
Alright, so it's probably
So
the
not much
Nabasu we dealt
happening
with.
in this room. I mean, there's lots of dead bodies, but no enemies. So. Oh,
Is this
did you wanna
another
check that room?
closet?
Yeah.
Assuming these bodies have been laying out here for a long time.
Yeah. Probably 1d6 days at most, but yes, a long time.
Check.
Oh, that looks like. What is down here? Oh, is this another? Oh,
Yes. That is a place where several demons ran away from you via opening doors and running, and then eventually arcane locking a door shut.
all right. So now I think it's time to head backwards.
I was like, wait, what about this door?
What's that door?
Okay.
What's that door? That's the mimic.
Fine. We're checking all the doors. I'm checking the top door up here.
All right.
Is it trapped?
It's not trapped. I'm gonna... Maybe I don't need to put more traps in the Citadel. I thought about it, but y'all seem paranoid enough. Tempe's door goes obviously back into the hallway from whence you came. This room here, nothing in it of, like, much of anything, and just leads farther towards the center.
I see another door.
Do you want to do something about it?
Yeah, I want to open it.
All right, this is the part where I tell everyone again on stream that Kieran has like 13 strength. And you see a house cat slam their shoulder into a dwarven, like, solid stone door, and it opens. Kieran doesn't skip leg day.
Tommy, you're kind of cutting in and out.
Kieran doesn't skip leg day. I'm just making crappy
What
flavor
do you mean?
text.
He flies everywhere. He narrowly used.
That was a good joke. I caught enough of that joke that it was funny. He flies everywhere. He barely uses it. The legs are a key part of the flight. He has to. It's like swimming. He has to kick them.
It's like Superman. He just kicks his feet real fast.
Don't think that's how Superman actually flies. Anyway,
Anything in here?
Anything in there? I want to say no. I'll go back and double check because this room's big enough that I'm like, yeah, there's probably something in this room, maybe. Yeah, give me a perception check. Perception checks all around.
now I have a gross image of Kieran having dragonfly wings instead of legs.
I mean, his
Like,
form
where
changes
they-
enough from his
where
mythic
his
flavor.
legs would be is just a pair of insect wings.
And then you look back and there's chicken legs, and you look back and he has like tentacles, and then you look back and he has legs that look just like yours, Grizok, and then it goes again and again.
What
This-
are you?
I am what am.
Ah.
Grizok has a conniption. This room contains several long tables and benches. It's obviously a dining hall, although it seems underused.
Dining?
Wait, the room we're in?
Yes,
But where's the table and chairs?
they didn't
Where's
put
the
them on the
food?
board, but they're there.
Kidding. I'll stop goofing for right now.
Paizo,
They
what
are.
are you doing?
I try to run my APs, at least as far as the maps go, as close to as written as possible. And there were like
I'm a
30 different ways this could have gone. But anyway, open the door right here.
check this door.
Okay.
Oh, it just occurred to me why those bodies probably weren't turned into ghouls.
Because we already killed the Navasu.
I was going to say because they wanted to keep the meat uncorrupted and zombified for eating.
That's actually not the worst logical conclusion. Yes, Nick, that is exactly what happened. Grizok thinks with his stomach, and today it worked out. That door, both those doors seem fine.
Okay, but we can try and open them.
Alrighty. Hawken, open Hawken's door.
Sure.
Bam.
Just a closet, nothing in it.
It leads out
Hallway.
into a hallway, and on the other side of the hallway, there's another room with the door open.
Huh. Well, I guess, yep. Head straight across. Is that
I
a
re-
staircase?
Yes, there are staircases running up here. And
Not the debris that's over here.
that's debris. There's nothing there.
Typical.
That is debris.
Absolutely nothing else up here.
You called it.
It is.
I think
There's
we'll
a
have to,
doorway up there, he said.
I'm
But
screwed.
I think we'll have to explore up that way in a second.
Yeah.
Unless we want to do that first and then come back to the stairs.
I guess
I
give me
think
a
that
quick perception check if y'all would.
I feel as though we should retreat back to where we originally were.
Perception check. We'll get there.
36.
36. This is indeed the most urban of terrains. The stairs leading up here, they take you about, say like 20, probably like 10 feet up to a balcony that runs along the top of the wall here. There's the people with dark vision. Well, there's a light source somewhere. There are little arrow slits up at the top. And as you guys look around, the floor of this room has probably in total like 25 non-magical arrows that seem to have been dropped as if people had like scattered and ran off and they just fallen out of quivers that were like unattended.
Treasure holes.
I don't remember us attacking any archers from here. Or, well, from outside. Do you remember fighting anyone shooting from arrow slits?
No, those other the little 4 ballista spots were set up with similar defenses.
This is also a little farther into the Citadel than the outer defenses are. This seems to be more like as you can't really see it through the dynamic lighting, but as you move into the arrow slits, they look out into a portcullis of rune-carved iron bisects this entry hall. Arrow slits, which you're standing on, mark the passageway's walls near the ceiling 10 feet above. A 7-foot-high section near the floor of the west wall has collapsed and fallen away, allowing access to another room beyond. So if you were to track down and then around somewhere, it tracks that there's probably another room on the other side of... If you got past the front gate, running deeper into the Citadel, you would be, you, the defender, would be shooting through here.
So basically, there's right on the other side of this wall is a murder hole, or is a choke point that then they would...
Are there any things moving about? Can we look through the murder holes and see if there's anything going on in there?
There is not.
Okay.
The only thing y'all really notice is on basically a straight line from Hawken, running to the west. There's an area where the wall has been it's given way to rubble.
So that's on the other side of the...
Yeah, literally just
My friends, I am literally not able to feel fear anymore. But I am starting to get very nervous. Where are the defenders?
Anxiety and fear are two very different
They
emotions.
all ran and disappeared.
Yeah. Yep.
This is one of those few times, and if anyone wants to retrain at level, I'll certainly let you. Because Wrath of the Righteous is one of those games where knowledge martial definitely, is a thing that would be used a whole lot. Maybe not towards the end of the game, but for now, it'd be real good.
Would knowledge local suffice?
Yeah, sure.
Knowledge martial,
Tactics and
knowledge.
strategy.
That's a knowledge skill.
It's not listed in here, but that doesn't mean it wasn't added in complete or ultimate combat or something.
I forget where it's added, but it's in the Minotaur sheets, and that was the first place I ever saw it was on a Minotaur sheet. You have to
Knowledge,
declick it.
profession, military.
Profession Soldier would do it too. If you put ranks in Profession Soldier, I feel bad, but would work. In any case, Hawken putting his head together, y'all start doing a think. It's likely that whatever defenders remained either retreated when the outer defenses were lost, given that the entire city was lost with, I guess one way to say it, barely an inconvenience on y'all's part, as well as the systematically going in, picking off the defenses, coming back kind of thing. Those few that remain lack organization, lack the necessary instincts to strategize and plan and things, but they all have a common sense of self-preservation. So what's probably happened is either the defenders have retreated from the Citadel or they've retreated farther in.
I'm thinking further in.
Hawken could probably be in some cases, it's probably a bit of column A, a bit of column B. In the cases of 1d100 plus 100 tieflings standing outside, there's probably not going to be anybody chase them down and seek vengeance for their desertion, basically. But in the case of, say, like, whoever's in charge of the garrison, upon Avincus being gone, certainly she would be well within her power to find that dwarf, teleport to them, teach them a lesson why you shouldn't desert, and then go back about her day with very little effort expended.
Right.
Go about her day, do you mean murdering all of us?
I mean, if that's what happens to be on the docket for that day, yeah.
Oh,
I don't make the rules.
well, that's bad.
I mean, you kind of do.
I am the arbiter of them.
I will follow the Elder One.
Okie dokie. Wait, Grandma!
Going on? Yes, I'm stopping
Oh.
here.
You know, I don't think I've asked this before, but how old are you actually?
Very old.
At least 30 years old.
Wait, what is
A
this?
little more than that.
Tempe, whose curse makes her venerable, 30 years old. She's actually a goblin.
I just
I'm
sit
not.
here and
I
laugh.
think the max Aruxi like lizard folk lifespan is probably like 40. 'cause
It's
they
actually much
mature at,
longer than
like,
that.
Age of 10.
Iruxi
Oh,
live it's about 150-ish.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm way off.
As of second edition, giving them more stuff. And also they, like a lot of other lizards, I guess, they don't get the like penalties to physical ability scores as they age. Rather, they just keep getting bigger and stronger. Grazak could feasibly go to large or huge in his lifetime.
And since I'm technically a scion, I would probably get super huge.
Yeah. That's the new size category after huge, before gargantuan. Super huge. Still
I was
takes up
using
3
that
squares.
Oh, I meant like huge as in ambiguously, but yeah, probably.
Yes, I know. I was.
Anyway,
My jokes are funny.
they are
Thank you.
Sure they are.
sometimes.
I'll kill you. I'll sick my cat on you. We had this conversation.
Okay, 50 years old.
Alright, let's see what's going on.
And this, of course, tracks back to the room where the Vrock was layering.
100? You know what? You're right. Now is probably not a good time for this.
Let's keep going north. I feel like that's the best move. Oh wait.
Hey,
folks,
Grandma.
Wait, what about what's this room right here, real fast?
Oh, yes, my bad.
Yep.
Chapel of Torog.
Oh, okay, we're back. So we've come full circle.
Mm-hmm.
we're
The
right
one,
there.
how do you move so fast with such tiny, stumpy old legs?
2 words.
The wind
Fly speed.
carries me.
So which way are we going?
The wind carries me,
Yeah.
quite literally.
Oh,
Are we
I didn't
going
realize
right
you
way
was
we came?
actually literally flying right now.
No, I'm not flying, but like one of my racial things is the wind helps me move.
Ah,
Giving her a move speed of like 40 or something, I think it was.
Yeah,
30 or
my
40.
move speed is 40.
must be
Alright, so
really
we go north.
inconvenient if you walk on sand.
It's coarse and it gets everywhere. Open this door? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
Alrighty. One wall of this long hallway features several arrow slits looking out over the north part of Drezen.
Huh.
Seems to be another one of the, like, I won't call it a murder hole, but a defense place that you wouldn't necessarily have to worry about as much as, like, the ballistas and things, but a similar story. There's
Okay.
probably about 25 non-magical arrows laying in quivers along the wall.
No, friends, should we just call over to begin the invasion
Everything
now?
teleported.
We almost.
Well, one of the reasons we didn't want to have them invade the building is because there are very strong enemies in here somewhere that only we can fight.
And Hakan would be able to tell you from the knowledge check that that probably still tracks. It'd be more like the stronger things are amassing somewhere altogether, the weaker things have fled for their lives.
Right. So what I believe what the original plan was we have an army outside, and so whilst we flush things out inside, the weaker enemies are going to get scared off, go out into the hands of our armies, get destroyed, and then we're going to search for the strong things in here.
Right, but we haven't actually taken the courtyard yet. We were going to take out all of the siege weapons, and then take the courtyard. And then we
I was
started
already
moving into the
planning
fortress.
Well,
So, yeah, I don't think we mean taking our forces into the fortress and doing kind of the dungeon crawl with us right now. I think having our troops move in and surround the citadel itself.
I don't know, Nick. How do you feel about everybody coming into the Citadel? Nothing? Damn, I thought I'd get a little rise out of him.
Yeah, no, I don't want anyone coming into this. Surrounding the Citadel, that's what we want. And which I believe is what's happening.
very
Well,
well.
we haven't done that. Do we want to go back and do that? I think is the question.
I thought we had done that already.
No.
Like they're in the middle of a battle right now, surrounding the Citadel.
They're not. At the moment, they are back at camp waiting for you guys.
We were going to take out all of the ballista and trebuchets, and then go back and signal them to start the battle. And then we decided to just go in anyway.
Okay, I thought we were already they were already fighting just outside.
No,
of the
they
city.
are
Not quite now.
They're waiting for
probably wondering where the heck we are.
especially after we sent Rando back to them.
Okay, I've been questioning that we were in the
Cutting out a
already.
bit, Tim.
So I was just said I've been operating under the assumption that we were in the thick of things already, but that's okay. We can keep exploring.
And so we're on the north side of the castle, so if we keep moving around, we should come across one of the balconies if we want to head back and
All right,
take care of that.
let's head this way.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
Meanwhile, I see
Where is
Kieran is.
Kieran?
Everyone
I'm
was.
lost. Everyone teleported.
Wait,
and
where did Kieran go?
We moved slowly-ish.
Oh no.
Does Kieran want to be with the party?
yes,
Okay.
Kieran's gone solo again.
I
He's
mean, he
always
could.
on
He
my
could do it.
shoulder, but he's so small that
To
I
be
hardly
fair,
ever know
Kieran
he's there
was like
sometimes.
sitting on someone's shoulder. I checked. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
but
just-
he's so small you could hardly tell.
Stairs leading
Until he
up.
starts whispering obscenities into my ear.
That sounds like a
I've
chaotic
never
neutral fey
done-
creature.
I've never done anything like that.
Or
I don't-
anyone says anything, yes, I do have ears. I do not. I just don't have weird flappy bits that sit out the sides of my head like you warm bloods do.
Do they still count as ears then?
Yes.
Well, inside this door, stairs leading up.
Onward to victory, hopefully.
If your teeth aren't constantly sticking out of your mouth, do they still count as teeth?
Nope.
Yes, they're teeth and not fangs.
That's what I thought.
I remember I said that once upon a time to my father, who has dentures, when I was a really small kid. I didn't say exactly that, but I said something similar, and he got real insecure. And now I, adult Tommy, can be like, "Oh, that was really mean of me." Anyway, look, it's some ballista.
wow, go
Oh,
figure.
great. More of these things.
There is also a door right here.
So we already took these out then.
Mhm.
These look different, though.
Is this one of the ones we took out narratively?
This one happened in the great time skip of Tommy wasn't prepared for the Oracle to show up. But yes, indeed.
So do we want to fly back or do we want to check out this door?
Well, this one's a big circle.
What's a little more dungeon type?
So we've already gone pretty deep in it as it is, I suppose.
Hey, Tempe, there's 2 doors.
I see them over here. Let's go this way
Alrighty.
Way?
into the dome.
Into the dome.
Oh.
Shka. And give me a perception check.
All of us or just Tempe?
All the above. Anybody who would like to go in that room, basically.
Well,
I know, Achilles.
just a minute. I will have that in a sec. There we go.
I mean, you will try.
Meh.
This chamber is furnished as a study and bedroom, but looks as if the room's inhabitant left the area quickly and recently. As you guys go looking around, it's Hawken and Tempe that find him. There's super, like, clear evidence all over the room that this room was occupied by some form of, judging by the clothing, female priestess of some form of demon lord. There's lots of like unholy religious text all over the place, bits of like spell components. There are no diamonds in the room before one of you starts asking, but like your Eye of Newt and Bat Guano and other things as well.
Can we tell what demon lord?
Make a religion check.
Hey, did you just say a priestess was in here?
Yes. Seems to be her bedroom, study.
Like she is currently in here.
No.
What? No. This was her chambers.
And that's Grizak going from a 0 to a 5. Wait, there's a cleric in this room.
I just misheard. I'm calm.
We're cool.
Nick, you are a treasure. So as you go looking around, there are an uncommon amount of, you assume they're harvested from when it literally rains locusts in the Whirlwind, bits and pieces of slightly bigger than the average locust, and flipping around through the various texts and bric-a-brac and thing. Looks like that priestess worshipped the demon lord Discari. Of which, we got some pretty good checks there. You know quite a bit. But that's a 30, because is the demon lord an evil outsider?
Oh, gee, I wonder.
No, they're not. Discari, actually, fun fact, is the son of an unnamed giant insect demon and the demon lord Pazuzu. He was born when Pazuzu breathed his first breath on the material plane. Y'all know Pazuzu, surrounded by hordes of locusts and things like that. Discari being a giant, like, tauric locust demon, basically, seems to track. In his early years, Discari was just kind of a servitor of Pazuzu. Eventually, he developed his own cult on the material plane and became a demon lord in his own right. His concerns are locusts, infestations, usually worshipped by people in the Whirlwind, certain Khalid tribes. In fact, Discari is the one credited with the Whirlwind's opening a long time ago. The details are a little vague, but the general understanding is someone figured out how to take Discari's realm and merge it with the material plane, and so was the opening of the Whirlwind.
Oh.
Hey, Hakan, can you figure out how long ago...
Filthy bug god is to blame.
Yeah.
Got it.
Can you figure out how
Also,
long
I would
ago
like
the
to try and
demon was here?
eat one of the locusts.
All right. We'll ask for that fort save after we get what Tempe's saying.
Sure.
I was asking Hakan if he could figure out how long ago the demon was here.
Oh, okay. Would that be
Survival?
perception or like survival?
Probably survival. You're tracking someone. Go, Power Ranger. Oh, that's what you are. You're not a Witcher. You're just a Power Ranger.
No, I would much prefer if we go back to Witcher, please.
Looks like, based on the, like, how much stuff has been hastily thrown about the room, how much, like, there's nothing of mechanical value in here, but there are spell components in here that, like, you wouldn't want to, like, a wizard wouldn't want to leave their spell component pouch behind, that kind of thing. They probably left shortly after the battle started turning against the defenders. Where they went, not sure, but again, it's a tracks. It's either a self-preservation or consolidation of forces kind of thing.
Okay, so I can't track where they went though.
It does look like you can. It does look like they escaped they went out the door, closed the door, and then from there it gets a little more foggy.
Okay, so where the fuck are they? Guess go down.
Yes, I'll roll that fortitude save after trying to take a munch out of a locust.
Grzak immediately vomits the locust as like he bites it and it just right out. And
Oh, oh, dang it! Not this one too.
you hear a voice in the back of your head saying, "Don't eat things you find on the ground, especially in the whirlwind."
I would do that all the.
You would. You're like a toddler.
Easily the second worst bug I've ever tried to eat.
Oh, this is just like a closet?
Another one of those. If you need to duck in and flank somebody, you could do it. There's also a couple arrow slits out here.
So she probably didn't go in that way. Which means if she went further into the fortress, we're probably not going to be able to track her. But if she went through whatever this door is, maybe?
Yeah, makes sense. Real quick, Achilles. It seems to be a thing that happens a lot with me in this game. Achilles got up, and now I can feel my legs again. I need to run to the bathroom. Be right back.
Turns out
Went
they don't
through a
like
bit of a phase when I was younger.
I don't know if that's in character or not, and that's a good place to come back on. Turns out I told myself when I was playing D&D I would drink less coffee and more water, but when I've drank the entire water bottle, it has effects. But yes, door. Door, there are stairs leading up. Looks like they go up for quite a ways. Oh, bam.
Climbing the walls help get up the stairs faster.
I mean, not really. Yeah, actually, probably. Straight
Is
lines
there-
and all that.
Is there any indication that she would have gone up this way?
Survival checks.
Tell me everything.
I mean, yeah, very much. Was that
Wow, not me.
If you needed the actual number, it ends up being like
really,
30.
really arbitrarily high? You want to surge? Actually,
No, I think
I don't know if I ever said this on stream and in front of Nick specifically. You can stop me if I did, but it turns out I misplayed really hard. I told you guys that you can actually surge after I tell you if something has failed.
Oh.
So the stinking cloud thing shouldn't have happened. But that's still the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life, basically. But Hawking goes looking around. There are her tracks as well as the tracks of several other humanoids moving through the dust and the grime. And actually, there's probably enough grossness on the ground that you're tracking through dirt in a lot of places. Yeah, looks like there was a considerable amount of traffic through here. In some cases, it looks like individuals were dragged. In some cases, you see heavy booted feet. In some cases, you see the lighter steps of just someone who's just wearing boots, not Sabatons.
Sabaton?
Yes, the band has come.
Da, 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 da,
Da-da-da-da-da-da. I love Sabaton so much. They need to come back to Kansas City. It was dope.
So, they weren't just fleeing, they were dragging people up this way?
Yes.
Well,
Usually,
people
from
is relative,
the
like-
tracks, it looks like... I mean, you can't hear the screaming, but kicking and screaming the whole way is not the worst way to put it.
oh.
well, guess we gotta follow that now.
Yes, we are following. We reached the end of this roadway, so we need
You need to go to the next map and make a
Huh.
perception.
Maybe there were some others that actually did want to fight us, but they were dragging them away, trying to prevent them from trying to fight us.
No, you have a family. You have people who love you. I'm moving you over here for a second so I can grab you a little more conveniently. Stop twitching. I need to move you.
I imagine when demon worshippers aren't being all demon worshipy, they probably are actually pretty chill.
Make a perception check. Yeah, they're all fine when they don't want to kill and eat you. It's not unlike Grzak, TBH.
Where did we go?
Oh, sorry about that. I forgot.
Wait, no, don't compare me to them.
Too late.
No.
I'm good.
You sure?
Yep.
Alrighty. Hawken. Started from the top, now you hear. An open-air terrace looks out from the northwest side of the Citadel, its interior shattered and broken. A pile of treasure lies gathered in the southeast corner, while a narrow band of stairs is half seen just above the nearby rubble choking its entrance.
Like a pile of treasure, just like a mound of it?
Yeah. Almost like a knowledge nature check.
gonna say a praise, but okay.
I mean, that too. Hawken, Kieran, you both see it, you look around, and your first thought is, oh, this is clearly some kind of horde. Horde jumps to dragon, then you track back in your minds as Grizak is remembering his days of glory when he mythic vital striked a mythic chimera to death. This was probably its lair, and also its horde.
Oh. I walk over to the horde, and is there, besides shiny bits, is there anything that seems to stick out in particular?
Oh, there's a lot. Adam, let me know when you're ready.
I'm also
I was
going to try
afraid of
sitting.
that.
I'm also going to perch myself on the pile and sit on it.
I'm very tempted to ask for like an acrobatics check because a pile of gold is probably not stable. Whoop!
We got the thing. Did you import the things?
I haven't imported the things yet because I didn't know if you were going to come here or not.
Okay.
Well, we did.
And you did.
And apparently there's nothing guarding this treasure hoard.
No, there was. It's just it died a miserable death when it flew out to attack
Okay.
you.
Can I get the
Yes,
stuff
I am now.
first?
Stuff first?
Yes.
Alrighty. That includes... We just want magic stuff, not like a flavorful thing that's worth this much, right?
Yes, that would go under gold.
Okay, got it. First thing
Not get
is...
crazy.
First thing is a spellcraft check. What, Achilles? Where are you? Why do you cry at me in the night? Still more than good enough. First and foremost, a bag of holding type 3.
I hate you.
What can I say except you're
Wait.
welcome for the bag
Because I just
of...
made a bag of holding.
Now you have 2.
You did.
Now you have 2 bags of holding. And inside this bag of holding, there's like a whole library's worth of rare books that if you have time to reference them. So basically, henceforth the party has a +4 untyped bonus on knowledge the planes checks on any of those that take place when you have time to stop and consult a library.
Okay.
There's also a blessed book, which is empty.
That's really valuable.
It is indeed. An efficient quiver, which contains 2 javelins of lightning and 19 +2 magical beast bane. Quiet, Achilles. Magical beast bane arrows.
15, you said?
19 arrows, 2 javelins.
Okay.
Javelins of lightning.
And
Magical beast bane arrows.
And really, really, really nice arrows, yeah. An elemental gem of earth. A single dose of silver sheen. A suit of +1 ghost touch full plate,
Hey, Nick, heard you wanted armor.
which Grizak is immediately putting on.
What? Hold on. Grazak's going to... He is going to sit up from the pile of treasure that he was sitting on experimentally and just be like, yeah, I don't see what the big deal is.
+1
They
ghost touch. full
hordes, but I don't really get the point of having a horde.
Yeah, +1 ghost touch full plate. There's also a +1 flaming, I'm going to say composite longbow. It says heavy crossbow, but why are you going to give somebody a bunch of arrows but not a nice bow to fire them?
What's the...
Grazak will inspect the full plate, but he's a little apprehensive about wearing such a heavy, bulky piece of metal.
What's your dex?
14.
Oh, that's fair. What does ghost touch do on armor again?
makes it so incorporeal attacks deal the touch.
Thought it just makes your AC. It makes the plate armor apply to touch AC against incorporeal creatures.
That's
Yeah,
what I
that's-
thought too.
That's what I was trying to say.
Or it's also V expensive. There are also not 1, not 2, but 3 scrolls.
Okay, did we get a composite rating?
I'm gonna say... Grzak, what's your strength score?
21
5.
total. 5.
Composite longbow, 21. You need to have like 70 strength, or you're not doing anything with this.
Is this a plus? Was this a magic longbow?
+1 flaming.
That flaming's gonna do some work. Lol.
Against demons?
It is a weird thing to find in this treasure hoard, but whatever. We'd be fine. We'd be so fine.
Plus
You
one
said
is flaming,
scrolls?
but has +5 of your strength is added to it as well.
Yeah. And there are 3 scrolls. The first one is a scroll of lesser restoration. All of these are caster level minimum, whatever that happens to be.
That's the Westo.
A scroll of dimension door,
Dim door.
Cool.
and a scroll of move earth.
Move Earth. I've never heard of that spell. That's interesting.
Well, it lets you take the earth and you move it.
You move.
But we
up.
take Galorian and push it somewhere else.
Thank you, Patrick.
I'm not sorry.
And that's the whole shebang.
Not so.
There's also probably, like, if anyone wants any shed dragon scales from a mythic chimera or, like, bits of fur and things. Maybe not a full trophy, but there's stuff here.
I mean, we got the whole cadaver sitting back at camp.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
the horde is sitting right about over here, and there's a door which
Oh, well,
clearly
I'll
leads
sit
up
over
to
here then.
stairs on the other side of it.
Okay, so how much gold/platinum was?
Oh my god, you're right. Yeah, there was a bunch of gold. That was close. Thank you, Tim. One of my biggest pet peeves in any TTRPG is that they break down anything from gold to something else because it's dumb and I hate it. But I don't want to do the conversion rate because math is bad. 3,438 copper,
3,438.
1,319 silver,
Okay.
7,753 gold,
7,000 what?
753.
Okay.
Also, holy
Wow.
god, it would take you so long to count all that to get that figure. 2 pearls worth 500 GP each. 3 garnets, which are worth 250 each. 8 amethyst, worth
Hold on.
100 each.
2 garnets were 350.
2 pearls worth 5, 3 garnets worth 250.
So that's total.
Yeah,
Okay.
worth that much each. And then 8 amethyst worth 100 each. There are 12 agates, which are worth about 50 each. There are... I lost my... Where am I? What is life? A scepter made out of emerald and ivory worth about... You'd estimate probably about 4,000 gold. As you guys are moving bits and pieces of gold and plate mail around, you see a little, like, candle sconce sticking out, and then as you unbury it, you realize, in fact, it is a silver candelabra, probably worth about 75 gold. And hung on the side of it, there's a little signet ring, which would probably buy you about 50 gold.
While this is going on, Grazak is going to sigh and reluctantly attempt to put the full plate ghost armor on.
Nothing stops you from doing so.
Okay, silver candelabra was worth how much?
75.
Stupid metal human clothes.
And
Why do they have to be so heavy?
just so I can check myself. It was 2 pearls worth 500 gold apiece.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 garnets, 250 gold apiece.
3
8
garnets.
amethysts, 3 garnets.
Yeah. Gotta check yourself before you wreck
3
yourself.
garnets, 250, 8 amethysts, 100. 12 agates, 50. Scepter, 4K. Labra, 75. Ring, 50.
You got it.
I think this has been our biggest payday by a long shot.
You don't say.
And this is the only payday we've had since I've been here.
I
You
mean,
are
yeah,
paid in experience points and rock feathers. Rock feathers go for a lot on the black market.
It's true.
Oh, well, we need to go back for a body then.
Yeah, just start like dragging the rock bodies behind you. Science.
All right, so
Oh yeah,
We-
and the I guess I'll put the breastplate that I was wearing in the bag of holding.
there you go.
We've got two. One of them's type 3. I don't know the one that Kieran made, but I think we can safely assume we have the ability to carry all the things now.
4.
3 and 4. Yeah, okay, I'm not worried. Not worried at all. Do you want to take the Citadel with you? Then I'm worried.
No, but we do have a bra.
So we got rid of the +1 ghost touch. What was the plate you were wearing?
I was just wearing a regular breastplate, a
No,
plus
just
one
the-
breastplate.
Okay, +1. Okay. Big
Now I'm
difference
wearing
between
the
a
+1 full
regular
plate.
+1.
That should be a pretty big change for your AC, though.
Yeah.
Max dex or otherwise.
Well, it's +2. It's a +2 difference, but
Are you using that bow?
right now,
Okay.
I think what Tim means is, are you taking it?
I.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out later.
Cool.
Because I'll hold on to it, sure, but I doubt we're gonna be in any ranged combat soon.
Well, I do remember us having a small issue ranged combat. Although now I can fly, so it's a little less scary.
Yeah.
Technically, we can all fly, except Hakan, but he can just be on bird.
He gets like 50 foot of rope and he ties it to one of Shaga's ankles and dives off things and stabs them, and then somebody reels him back in.
Don't give me ideas.
It's
This honestly sounds pretty fun.
He's enough of an
Anyway.
adrenaline junkie. I could see him going
He
skydiving for
uses
value.
the rope like
Skydiving.
a yo-yo. Like he rolls himself up in it, and then he
As
goes
he,
down
like-
on the rope, and then it comes back up, and he lands back on the.
What kind of Great Wall BS are you guys creating?
Oh, we're making a lot of. Actually, during Hawkins' Mythic Apocalypse, he got like 24 pack abs because he would need those to the amount of sit-ups to do what you're describing. Hurts me sitting.
I'm just saying, skydiving would trigger skirmish. Like,
That's 10 feet. Yeah, yeah, it is.
There's something wrong with all of you.
Speaking of hurting, feeling this cold metal against bare scales probably wasn't the best idea.
I mean, I feel like the inside of most medieval armor will have some kind of padding or cloth or something. Probably. I don't like. I'm a lot of things. A history nerd is
Yes.
only kind of
Yeah,
one of them.
100%. It's usually you're wearing like a leather outfit, and then you place.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, first you have your clothes, then you have some kind of padding
Yep.
that's quilted. Then you wear like a leather jerkin. Like, you've got 4 or 5 layers of stuff.
So the cold-blooded
Yeah,
creature doesn't have to worry about
Okay,
the
so
metal
we're-
touching him.
Okay, so we're assuming that. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I assume the full plate came with the gauntlets and the greaves and the helm and everything else.
Feel like there's like at least 3 or 5 pieces of the armor that just don't fit my anatomy anyway.
I mean, it's magic. It reshapes to fit you.
Wrapping it. Oh,
Makes
Okay.
holes for your scales and spiky bits. The
You're an
helmet,
Ouster meteor.
the helmet has like a whoop whoop. Yeah. Because
Still
otherwise,
feel
what's he
it.
gonna do? He's gonna put the helmet over his silver dragon horns and just break the helmet. Damn!
I'd probably like scrounge and just slap pieces of it on to use.
Piecemeal armor for the win. Said no one ever.
It's like how I liked to imagine how he was doing. Like he was just taking bits of Crusader's armor and just like making like a patchwork of metal
That makes sense.
over himself.
get somebody's
Anyway.
like gauntlet and bend it so it like turns into like a bracer on you kind of thing. Sure.
Right, but I digress.
That door is being pinged hard. More stairs that go up.
Let us in. Let us in.
Clank, clank,
Knock
clank.
knock. Who's there? Adrenaline junkie.
I feel
Oh,
ridiculous.
yeah, you're you're probably slowed down quite a bit by that too. You're probably down to like 20 feet.
No more so than his breastplate already had him at though.
15.
Well, the breastplate only makes it so you can't run.
This is how many heavy armor characters I play. I have no idea how any of this works.
It's slowed to 15 feet.
No.
I was originally at 30.
Permanent expeditions retreat. Mithril armor.
You should not be that slow.
I think it's only should be 20.
I think so. It should just be a -10. I think. Whatever. Perception checks, you nerds.
All right,
Yeah,
perception
15 if you're-
check.
Because medium
Okay.
and heavy armor have the same speed restrictions.
That's it. It's like 15
Sure.
if you're like a halfling or have a slow speed to begin with.
I am positive.
He says, looking at the table. Hockey docky. The tower's open
Oh, yeah.
rooftop seems to have once featured a golden ivory inlay of a conjuration circle, but only the faintest remnants of the magic circle are visible today.
So like this thing was something that was used before it fell to demons in the first place.
Looks like.
Can anybody tell what it was for?
And is there any other kind of religious iconography lying around?
Not really. The Arcana check would confirm once upon a time there used to be a conjuration circle there. Achilles, you need to... My cat has learned to not eat the treats that have melatonin in them. He knows that will make him tired. He's too smart for his own good, this little man. I
So
know!
are these the steps that we came up from right
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Okay.
From the religion check, it's... The magic circle was probably used as like a last-ditch SOS, like to call archons, angels, azatas, things of that nature. But if the Citadel's fallen for, like, has been fallen for a while, it's probably been, like, broken and disused for just as long.
So,
So
is this the end
bodies
of the
were dragged
track?
up here.
It's the top of the tower, yeah. There's no ceiling here.
So we saw evidence that people were being dragged up here.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just sort of disappeared.
Yes.
What happens when I look over the edge of the tower?
Perception checks.
Perception.
Neighbor calling.
A lot of corpses. It's a real corpsey up here.
Yeah, there's a... The courtyard appears to be empty. Drezen is pretty quiet, all things considered. Occasionally you might hear the sound of thunder that sounds like a man screaming in agony as the lightning cuts like horizontally across the sky and then lances up at like a 1 o'clock or something. But yeah, no, it seems that from out here, and from here you can probably see most of Drezen, looks like the outer defenses have been abandoned.
Can we just signal them from here? I feel like that we don't even need to be a part of this battle at this point. I'm not sure there's going to be a battle. We just walk in and
Yeah, I was
take.
gonna say, are there any enemies around anywhere?
Not that you can see. Granted, you guys are pretty far up. Like, you don't have a telescope to, like, look at a 5-foot square. But you would see, like, massed armies of troops, and you don't. Maybe
Oh.
occasionally the odd winged thing on the horizon, but it doesn't seem to pay you any mind.
Okay. Is our camp on fire?
No.
Has there been an obvious betrayal?
Nope. The camp still sits where it sat before.
Probably wouldn't be able to tell from here.
You could see the smoke.
So good signs. So we're already out in the open up here. Do we want to call Shaga and get a ride back to camp, or do we want to try and just signal them to take the courtyard?
Do emanations go through walls?
I think it depends on the emanation.
Emma, what now?
Emanation.
What specifically do you
Emanation
mean,
of
though?
what?
I've got Deathwatch, so I can just start like walking around, going, "Bad guys, where's the bad guys?"
Oh, that's
Say walking as if you actually use your feet.
Yeah, I used them to land on people.
He's gonna use his move speed just to spite you
Do I
now.
count as people?
Yes, you do. God damn it! But also, yeah, line of
Right.
effect comes into play there. X amount of
I am-
stone or lead or wood.
Going to cast the spell Sending, which delivers a short message anywhere instantly that says attack now.
Okay. Let me.
That's
Checks out.
much quicker than what I was going to do.
The 10 minutes pass.
Who are we sending?
Irrational.
I sent a message to have our army attack now.
Matt makes a good point though. To whom? Some random soldier.
Irrational.
Yeah, it's,
Aaron. Anivia.
Wait, how many words can you make the message? Can you be more like specific?
A short
let
message
them
is
know.
25
it
words
is
or
a
less.
short message. It's
It's
25
words.
words or less? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Kill them now.
I mean, you have to find them first if you want to kill them.
Could you also
We have
check
it
Right,
them.
but take the castle, take the
Defenders have
the
dispatched.
courtyard? Could you also ask for the status of Moran's in the message or in the sending?
I mean, I can, but I won't be getting any messages back.
you can. They actually can answer in like manner immediately.
Oh, can they?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me see.
I don't know a
didn't
lot
actually
about
read it,
magic,
I
but
just saw-
sending's one I know.
Oh, okay. React is
They're like similarly limited to 25 words, but
Color is the ghost plate armor.
oh cool. Yeah.
Probably just like the normal
Have any
color
like
of steel.
distinguishing like features on it? I don't know.
Sure, I will. As Tim is figuring out what to say, I'll roll a random
just like a
lawful good
Crusaders.
deities go. Actually, no. The breastplate of the plate mail has on one side a crossed red wing and the other side a blade.
I don't think I've seen this icon before. Hey,
Do I know
wait
that
a
one?
minute.
Yeah, you definitely recognize the holy symbol of your deity. Yeah,
Oh, he does.
yeah.
Yeah, Hakon does.
nice.
I'm going to tell them to whoever's currently heading up our army to that as far as we can tell the what do we call this place? It's not
Citadel Drezen.
Citadel? Yeah.
is empty. Bring in the troops. Take the Citadel. And can I get an update on the guy that we sent in with you?
Okay. I was kind of counting and then I stopped. I think we landed at like 31. It's yeah.
I got 22.
Yeah, just a hair over. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It is what it is. Either way, you can get it across. Erevash, there's like a faint ping in the back of Tenpe's mind. Just there you are. Meet me outside if you've taken the Citadel. There you are. Meet me outside if you've taken. We have much to discuss. And I think that was 20.
If we have, okay.
And I guess also the Regathiel full plate, there's an inscription underneath the symbol in Celestial. I assume at least one person in the squad can read that.
Yep.
Nope.
If death will not stop my enemies, it will not stop me.
I lean over.
Achilles, stop eating
You
the
didn't
headphones.
go. I pat his head and go, Huedekaiser would be proud.
He's gonna be proud.
Well, as I see the army start to come in, I'll cast the fire. What is that spell called? I have.
Flame strike?
Nope. The wings.
Burning
Shield of
wings?
Yeah, that's essentially what they are, but it's called Shield of Wings. And I'll fly down.
Okay. Probably takes them the better part of. Oh, probably takes
Oh,
them.
hey, where are you going?
To meet our army.
Did he ask for it? Did they say to come down?
Yeah. I'll relay what he said.
And in a couple hours, the army assembles outside the courtyard.
Couple hours. We could finish the keep in that time.
Man's got a point.
You're probably not wrong.
Okay.
I was mostly kidding.
Keep searching the keep. Is there anything in the keep? I'm not sure there's anything in the keep.
There has to be things in the keep.
Honestly, there's still areas we haven't gone to.
And you've yet to recover the Sword of Valor.
Yeah.
Or find the dwarf or the Keled woman.
At some point, I'm sitting here going, can we turn off dynamic lighting and just start moving until we hit something that's locked?
Things are moving too.
Okay. Well, let's get back down.
Okay.
Clank, clank, clank.
I guess Adam makes a valid enough point. I can fast travel you really quickly to anywhere you've already been. If there's a particular room.
Let's go to that center point.
Honestly, are there any rooms we've missed so far?
A
Like
few.
the areas that we have explored?
Yeah. I'll start you at the center point.
Okay.
Chabam.
Woo. Alright, so we've gone north, and we've gone... Really, I think the only...
Honestly, I think we've covered
This is
most.
the way we haven't really gone right here.
Or south. These two directions.
We've gone south. There's like, but this like section, like
Try going this
here
way.
and then south of
What
there.
about right here?
Honestly, that's what I was meaning. Like, there's also down here that we haven't gone either.
That's I think we have.
Ami,
We
can
gone
you
through-
confirm if we have?
No, that door is closed. That door is closed and locked from your side.
Okay, let's unlock the door and walk in.
Alrighty, and it takes you into the room that the arrow slits overlook.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Is there a trap in here
Another
then
arrow
that would?
slit room.
Nope, but there's a palisade.
Yeah, over here there's the
That was my concern.
Oh,
remains of the wall has been knocked down, and you could get into the other side of things. The portcullis is down, but it's not hard from this side to hit the lever and pull it up.
Eh.
Okay, Ken, really quickly, hold on. The things are moving. I need a will save from Tempe in that square.
Oh, cool.
I need
Alright.
the best save of the Oracle.
Well, finally, we're being attacked. I mean, oh no, we're being attacked.
You are the weirdest person to GM for I've ever known in my whole life. I attack him too much, and he'll PM all my other patrons and be like, "This is hard, help me." I don't attack him, and he gets complacent.
Hey.
I can't. Who even are you? Alrighty, will save. Do. Looking for a number. Yeah. In fact, as Tempe, as you get right about. I want to move you over. Oh, there's no grid. As you get right about there, you realize the rubble here is an illusion.
Oh, cool.
It
It
Alright.
begins to phase out a little bit, and there's a pit underneath it, like about a 10-foot drop into spikes, from which drip a gross blackish, purplish, sort of translucent liquid. From which drip a craft alchemy or knowledge nature check.
Did you say this one or this one?
Can anybody else help with that, or
Yeah,
can we not
certainly.
see the illusion?
Make your will saves.
I can't help with that anyway.
We just saw Tempe
And say, what's the benefit from knowing,
disrupt the illusion.
from being told it's an
I
illusion?
was starting to walk through, and then like I straight up stopped. I'm like,
Right,
oh,
and if somebody else points at a thing and says, that's an illusion, you get a +4 on the save. So both Hawken and Grzak with flying colors is able to tell. Well, I guess just real quick, a will save from Kieran.
Hawken not so much though.
No, he got it.
With that +4, it sounds like I was able to do it.
Oh, that's nature. Never mind. That's nature. I was thought that was his will save.
Okay, so all of you are able to see through the illusion. Kieran is able to identify that the spikes are covered in shadow blood.
Oh, Aaron
How-
would
how
thoroughly
big
enjoy
is the,
this.
How big is the
Not
hole?
funny.
It's about 10 feet down.
Like how wide? And long.
Like where the rubble is, like here to here.
So like.
Like a
6
3
squares
wide,
to-
2 across.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I think that'll be a problem for either of us, or any of us, actually.
Yeah. Just to be on the
Azak.
safe side, though, I'm going to cast Engine Cover. What level spell is that? Stone Shape. Level 3. Okay, cool. I got lots of thirds left.
Okay. And so it was. The pit is closed.
Okay. So, being is that there's a trap there, let's go this way.
Okay. That door, you go to try to open it, but irony of ironies, it would appear that door has been stone-shaped shut.
Oh. You know what's funny about stone shape?
It works
have
both ways.
it.
I think that means you cast it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I could have tried smashing the door.
Sorry, Marshall. The
That
full
works.
caster wins again.
Oh.
Dude got
Ew.
like a ton of text. So.
I'm assuming that Kieran is still on Grazak's shoulder.
Yeah, I'm
One of
assuming.
Somebody's.
He knows where he is.
Alright.
May we enter?
Yeah.
That's a hallway.
It is, with I see 2 exits the whole way.
Yep.
Let's check this one that's closest first.
Alrighty.
Hmm.
Oh, blam.
Anything in there?
I will go back and double check this. Now I'm jumping at this map too. Like, is there anything in this one? No. Nope, nothing in that one. Just another, as if you wanted to flank the hallway.
Anti-room.
There's another room on the other side of it, though.
Anti-rooms.
Yep, let's check out the room.
Oh.
Do, do, do.
Dum da dum. Ba-dum, da-dum, 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 da-dum. There's
I don't think
Pink
anybody's.
Panther.
a large pink-skinned Murren waits on the other side of the room. Another empty room leading out into yonder door.
To
That
another doorway.
that door is probably open, actually, which takes you out into this hallway here.
I'm getting very sick of so many doors.
Give me perception checks, you three.
Okay.
Yeah.
4. I forget Kieran is that. Kieran, get your butt in the room.
Perception.
I'm sorry, they literally just kind of teleport for me,
Yeah,
and
that's
I
fair.
don't know why.
Cause they're fast. Wait till Hawken has dimensional step up.
I
You're-
mean, I try and only move like a
Hey.
couple spaces at a time.
Right, but if
How
I'm
are you
back
gonna
in the
get to
hall
the
and you go into a door,
Right, then I just disappear, right?
Go fast. Anyway, y'all can tell. It's probably Hawken that picks out exactly what they are, but everybody sees there are gouge marks in the walls, floors, almost ceilings in some places of this room. Particularly where you might X out the face of a crusader, or like there's a little crater where someone has stabbed a hole into someone's neck or heart or brain pan. And it's pretty easy for Hawken to tell looking around at it. It looks like someone took some kind of big edged thing that was capable of piercing stone and just slammed it into things.
So, like a angry barbarian with an adamantine sword.
Yeah, track.
Oddly
right.
specific.
Alright, I'll go south first.
Okay. And that room. This is one of those dungeons where I want to shout make a reflex save every time, but I won't. Dozens of beds fill this wide room, jammed together with little space between them. A dozen decapitated human bodies lie in a heap to the west, while a dozen human heads sit to the east. And much the same as in this last room, there are several places where someone might have dragged an adamantine two-handed weapon on the ground and scored it.
Ooh.
So she was here.
Huh.
Which way did the
Yeah.
horse go?
I'm not sure if this is worth pointing out, but I think this is the first time that we've seen so many actual mortals serving the demons.
I don't think these
They're
ones are
not
serving
serving them anymore because, well, they're dead. But
I was going to see if I could track her path of destruction to follow her, but
I want to, yeah, that's not the worst canon in the whole world. I don't know why they put it there, but I like the fact that she probably raged through the wall. Sure, works for me. I'm the fucking jester. That sounds like Juggernaut. That'd be good enough. In addition, as y'all are looking around in this room, there is a journal in here.
ooh,
oh, good. I could use the practice.
we flipped through it. Hold on.
There's not.
What does it say first?
Run. Okay, I'll stop.
Okay. I misunderstood what you meant by that. That's not bad.
Now I'm confused. What?
He's using it to practice reading.
Oh, that's adorable. The journal itself doesn't say anything on the front of it. It's just kind of like a really shoddy leather-bound pages of paper and then like string running through to hold it together. It appears to be the Khalid woman's journal.
Will you open it?
Yeah, there's nothing really to lock it, just like a leather cord that's tied off, basically.
We're snooping through someone's journal.
Oh, you are.
Like
Find a girl's diary.
The common's real bad, but it is there. It identifies the berserker you fought outside as her name is Jestok. She has been assigned to... She's not happy about the siege engineers she's been watching over, but it pays well enough. And no one in Drezen seems to mind if she takes her anger out on any of them. There's pages of killed 3 people, put heads in pile, that kind of thing. As you flip through events, there's a lot of like, I am complacent, I don't really want to be here, this is boring, let me go kill the goody two-shoes, bits and pieces of like rumors of y'all's coming, something about skinning the Uruxi and wearing his hide.
Oh, that's cute. She thinks she can take us.
I mean, she did all right to Shaga.
Okay,
Not us.
Towards the end, you get to the point where it's like
getting oddly personal.
where the siege happens, and there's like lots of bits about how it's only a matter of time before eventually this falls down the chain of command onto her head and someone confronts her about her failures. Capital punishment is capital punishment does, basically. She's worried that Staunton will kill her out of rage, and she's hoping, like, towards the end, like, maybe can get some kind of noteworthy prisoner to offer as, like, sacrifice, try to save her own life, things like that.
All right.
Oh, it doesn't seem like that panned out for her.
Just
Yet.
not.
No, but it means that we might be able to turn it when we end up in a tight spot.
And on top of that, there are entries about, like, she's been in Drezen for a long time, it seems. Looks like there's bits about something about shiny banner, magic artifact, things like that. Things that y'all can see and put together that means the Sword of Valor. Apparently it's being kept in a dungeon beneath the Citadel. She herself has never been. She looks like Staunton has a brother here who's dissatisfied with his position as well. There's bits of him coming up from, like, the Forge, basically, and not being happy about it, and Jestok talking about how he'd be an easy target if she needed to vent one night. Things like that.
Her name's Jestok.
Yep.
He would. Why would he be an easy target if she's Staunt's brother?
Something about, like, weak priest.
A cleric.
A weak cleric.
I mean,
A
he could be a
spellcasting cleric.
shaman. Shamans are priests, sort of.
That's funny.
Well, they are.
True, though.
They're like discount druids.
And they're better druids. They can chant in fortune, misfortune.
Heck.
I'm sorry, what were you saying about druids?
Saying
Why
that shamans are discount druids.
I think shamans are better, but
You know,
Probability.
oracles are like priests a lot.
So,
Better.
well, terrible handwriting, a penchant for violence. I'm disturbed by how similar she is to me in some regards.
bam.
Oh, you're here.
And we're back.
Oh, duh.
Wait, are
Okay,
these two small rooms just little closets like the last one, or are these rooms too?
Oddly similar. There's probably you
Uh,
open the door and heads pour out.
They're probably stacked with heads and bones.
Okay, yeah.
You ever
So
spend
many
way
bodies.
too much time in Fallout cutting off the heads of bodies and then like using the like press the trigger and pick up the head and put it somewhere and then loop until all of Novak is in a closet? I'm not weird.
Yeah,
I think that's
why
just
was
a
that
you
so
thing.
specific?
Yeah.
Shh, no reason.
If I might ask, little one, why do you care so much about that colored human?
I mean,
I got the Boomerang over here, I think.
the toughest hides usually have the softest insides.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
As
back.
somebody with a very tough hide, I can assure you that is false. Oh, great, we're here again.
All right, we're really running out of places. So we have not gone. Where are these people?
Why is it? I do not like this place. We live in huts. It's much easier. There's one door, one room, none of this nonsense.
Well, we can go north. I think that's about the only other direction we've got left at this point. Is the door locked?
No.
Is the door trapped?
I'm tempted to say yes, but no. Whoop. I deleted the wrong thing. Ugh.
Is the door trapped?
It's really not.
All right.
Funny thing is, when I first came to Mendev, I was actually very impressed and mystified by what you humans and warmbloods in general could build. But now I'm just very annoyed.
Seems fair.
Oh,
I'm just-
wait.
Trying my very best to keep up with Tempe. Huh.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh, is this door open? Is it empty?
Yep.
Oh,
You
wait.
feel a faint gust of wind, almost as if Tempe has moved
At
through
this
here.
point, we're just looking for literally anything, and there's nothing.
The whole Citadel's abandoned. All the demons just teleported out.
I don't know. What do you think, Tempe? What do you think of the warm-blood civilizations? What are you exactly? Or where are you from, actually?
I am from a large mountain. I forget the name of the mountain. It's in the storyline. I don't have that on hand right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, we have basically like little caves that we hollow out and turn into homes.
Oh.
Just gust of wind at something until there's a cave there. Wham!
Okay.
And
Like
in this room,
dragons.
a large number of weapons are stored along the walls of... Basically, you stumble into the armory.
And again, no enemies, right?
Nope, just a bunch of perception checks.
Okay.
Bunch of perception checks. I can do that eventually. Yep. I
Can
got a
try
20.
to.
You do what you can.
I found all of the things.
You did. There's a lot of stuff here. The first thing probably that like even sticks out to Grazak is there's a battle axe that seems to be made of the same material as Jestic's falchion, and adamantine battle axe.
Oh.
There is also 50 +1 arrows.
Ooh.
I guess this is me needing to write things down.
If you
You don't have to do it alone.
Yeah, but it's better. So we have a +1.
Battle axe or a great axe?
a battle axe.
Now there are 20. What type of arrows?
50 +1.
Sell 'em.
A single arrow of, if it were ever to be pointed a little too close to Hawken, it probably like dowsing rods his direction and starts to hum a little bit. An arrow of human slaying, of all things.
Oh,
Man, your arrow. Oh god, an arrow of human slain. Oof.
try it.
If you
See
were to
what
start
happens.
going with arrows, you're starting to really do some decent damage with them.
Okay.
There's
Anything
also
else?
a +2 breastplate.
+2.
There is a +1 keen longsword.
Oh. That seems good.
Masterwork composite longbow with a strength of we'll leave it at 2. Strength rating of +2.
So not as good as what you
Okay.
have.
Yeah. Masterwork flail.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mithril heavy shield. And
Ooh.
possibly the piece de resistance. I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff in here, but there's also a suit of +2 elven chain.
Ooh.
+2 what?
Elven chain. Yeah.
Elven chain.
Chainmail that functions as a chain shirt.
Oh wait, so this was armor check penalties.
I believe so. I forget. We talked about elven chain not that long ago, but
Yeah, it does. -2.
What does the elven chain feel like when, like, I imagine it's like very super thin looking chainmail?
it looks like actual chainmail and seems to hold up. It shines a little silvery-ish, and then you pick it up and you expect it to you expect to feel gravity, but you don't really. You just kind of like yank it up real fast, almost as if it's like made of like it's a blanket.
Is it just mithril chain shirt?
It's
Or mithril chain mail, but like has a little better than what your typical mithril chain mail would be.
I
Interesting.
think I'm in love.
Oh right, it's treated like
This material would be perfect for my kind.
it's treated like light armor in all ways, not just for. It's like you don't even have to be proficient in medium armor to use it.
Wow.
Nice.
Yep.
Well,
It's okay. You can always sell that armor that you got. It's worth quite a bit.
Yeah, elven chain is
If
not
you'd
cheap.
rather.
Oh,
No, I was
worth
talking about
quite a bit.
the full plate that he's wearing.
Also
If
that.
you'd rather wear the elven chainmail.
sell it to who? Where would we sell it at? The sprawling marketplace that doesn't exist in Drezen?
We establish a marketplace.
True enough.
and
Eventually,
then sell it.
we're going to
Foreshadowing kingdom rules.
have have a kingdom.
You also presently have a quartermaster right now.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
awkward,
I wanted to correct
but you
you.
can. It's weird.
So it's like
They go
having
to-
a quartermaster in a video game where this man just has all this money and never lets you benefit from it.
More or less. Armies are strange.
Well, I'll hand somebody the elven chainmail.
I will
Anybody
grab it
wants
and
to
put it in your
grab it
backpack.
now.
And so unless somebody wants
Mhm.
to use it, stick it in a bag.
Okay.
Anything going in the bag?
Nope. Or I guess that's not the right answer to that question. Is anybody want it? And the answer is no. I will stay
Okay.
with my armored nakedness.
Okay.
And
Next door.
Shaba.
Acha.
Sha-sha. Shisha!
And another hallway. This goes down to where.
Yep. Basically, just more arrow slits that overlook the wall.
Yep. There's something here.
Hmm.
You know the drill. I feel like I've said it like 1d20. Okay,
Perception
that's fine.
checks.
Fuck me up a little. There's no perception checks there. There's 1d20 plus nothing.
All right.
Just a whole lot of nothing there. Okay.
There's another door over here. There is another door in the armory.
Yeah, there's another door right here.
Boom.
Okay.
Wait. It's that hallway again.
Yep.
All right. Oh, we're solving problems.
So
So this is the
door.
only door left.
And now make perception checks.
Perception.
Much time in game are we spending doing all this?
Probably about as much time out of game, TBH. You guys aren't slow.
Aren't we in here before?
Yes.
Kinda.
No,
There's a lot
this
of
is a
symmetry
different
in
one
this
on the
building.
opposite side.
Yeah.
This
It's a
one,
very symmetrical Citadel.
indeed. 2 rows of stone benches occupy. There's a lot of grammatical errors in that. 2 rows of stone benches face a raised dais to the north, on which stands a 12-foot tall statue of an armored woman with a sword and shield. Faded tapestries hang in tatters to either side, and a larger one to the south depicts the armored woman on bended knee before a man wearing green robes. 3 smaller human-sized statues of armored knights stand within small alcoves to the west, each holding a long sword pointing downward. And yeah.
Huh.
Actually, more than yeah. There are 2 people that pulled it off. It's both Kieran and Hawken. As you come in, it's probably Tempe that does it, TBH. There's a little bit of wind that fooshes and foofs, and when that happens, this tapestry is disturbed a little, and it appears there's a secret door behind it.
Which one?
Ooh,
Right down here.
Oh, the bottom.
I want to check out the secret door.
Is there
Obviously.
any evidence of this place being defaced or occupied?
Not as defaced as the shrine to Torog. The religion checks, it's very clearly a shrine to Iomedae. Man, my brain just divided by 0. The green-robed figure on this tapestry here is clearly a depiction of the now dead god of humanity, Eridan, in the act of raising Iomedae to the status of his herald a long time ago during one of the earlier crusades against the Whispering Tyrant.
So that is the god of humanity.
Was the god of humanity.
Huh.
He's dead now?
Been dead
Yes.
for 100 and change years. Was supposed to usher in
That
this
is a
is the
shame.
second time I've told Matt this, but supposed to have ushered in the dawn of the best age for all of humanity, and then he didn't show up. The clerics stopped receiving spells, the world wound opened, the giant hurricane started up in Garund, all the clerics lost their spells, the Chelish, they all sided with devils because their god didn't show up, empires fell apart, and it sparked what is presently the Age of Lost Omens.
He was a good guy.
Basically, it's one big disappointment.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah,
After
Well, if it's any consolation, all of my people's gods were killed too, except for Apsu.
feels bad, not JPEG. Okay,
God
Eridan
got eaten by Dahak
basically,
because Dahak was a jealous, angry son.
indeed. Eridan is also credited with raising the Starstone up and founding the city of Absalom, which turned him from just a normal dude to a deity. He's fought Discari in the past, as well as a bunch of other demon lords while he was mortal, so on and so forth.
So what's in the secret passage?
Secret passage.
Secret tunnel.
What is that from?
Avatar.
Thank you.
The last airbender, not the Blue Monkey People movie.
I've very, very recently finished, in the grand scheme of things, Avatar: The Last Airbender. It was very good. Alrighty, a metal rod on which hangs a I gave you the wrong one. 2 statues stand midway into this room. They each depict an armored woman with her sword raised. Numerous smashed and empty chests sit on the floor.
Anything still left?
Make a perception check.
Wait, I thought
Perception.
Iomedae was the mother goddess of mankind, but Eridan is the actual god of mankind.
The story is awkward.
Saying this in character, by the way.
I don't know enough of Pathfinder lore to answer that one.
Y'all go looking around. It seems to be at first glance that when the Citadel was originally taken, this place was looted, smashed, destroyed, all kinds of looted. But it's Hawken this time. Hawken and only Hawken. There's another secret door.
Right here, or is it somewhere else?
I'll
So it's
take
over
The
here.
little brown
Yeah.
thing.
Right there.
Oh, the obvious door is a secret door. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't
Don't you
make
love
this
how that
map.
works?
The dwarves made this map, not me.
All the dwarves sitting at Paizo Studios.
So you said there's nothing else of like, there's nothing in any of these boxes, there's nothing else useful in this room?
All just broken, shattered, looted.
Well, guess we'll see what's on the other side of the secret door.
Shabam.
Are there any traps?
They're not. We've come this far. We don't need to shoelace that one. Now I'll give you the right text. A metal rod on which hangs a magnificent banner depicting a sword before a sunburst is raised up in the hands of a statue of an armored woman to the north. Just south of the statue sits a gleaming alabaster altar. Another 4 statues flank the room, each wearing a real suit of metal armor, while to the south hangs a tattered red and gold tapestry.
I would have thought that the almighty banner of God would have survived better.
Is that it? That it was in the
Do we
dungeon?
know what these banners or any of this means?
Yeah, they are. It's the holy symbol of Iomedae, which is what is depicted on the Sword of Valor. This one, a lot of the ones like in the dungeon at large look pretty dingy and gross and things like that. This one does not. This one looks like as
Real
magnificent
deal.
as the day it was made.
So you said it's hanging on the wall.
Yeah,
The red
Oh.
stripy thing, or the
So-
one behind the statue?
over
I
here.
think we found it.
How much do we know about what? And so this is because I know we talked about what it does out of character. How much do we know its abilities in character?
I was kind of ambiguous, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a divine relic of, the inheritor.
And it would
does
be
stuff and things.
you would know it is useful in like keeping demons out of things, but you also know like it could be like up and not activated.
Okay.
Just because you're holding the wand doesn't mean you're magic missiling.
Did the journal say that it was being kept downstairs?
So what's this then?
Is the one downstairs
know.
of fate?
I mean, maybe maybe it was a lie.
Does this room look like it's been disturbed?
Not
Or
really.
so they never found this room?
It looks pretty pristine. Yeah, there's dust and things, but
Oh yeah. Like it doesn't look like a bunch of demons had defaced it and stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Can
Did we already roll perception checks for this place?
Hawken did.
No, that was my perception to find the secret door,
Yeah, go ahead then.
I think.
Yeah, the 37 was to find the secret door.
So 28.
Alrighty. The Hawkins line of thought is correct. It seems like no one's ever found this room. It's really pristine. The statues are not defaced. The walls are not defaced. The tapestries are fine.
Can we investigate these 4 statues then? Because my concern is that these things are going to come alive if we mess with the banner at all.
Sure.
And as like
Come on,
guardians.
they're suits of armor. They can't move unless there's people inside them.
Famous last words.
With all the things we've seen, that's where we're drawing the line.
At ghost armor.
I believe they're called golems when they move without.
I mean, a ghost touch armor set with a ghost inside of it that has invisibility would do the same thing.
That it would. That's the only reason I've ever put ghost touch on anything in my life, is if I needed a shadow to have it.
Anyway, what kind of armor does it look like the suits are wearing, or the statues are wearing?
The statues are wearing real, looks like probably somewhere in the neighborhood of Masterwork full plate. It's been sitting for a while. There's a lot of dust and stuff, but like the armor seems sound, and it's like it is armor on a statue, as if the statues were like mannequins, that kind of thing.
But it's not like magical armor.
Not that you can tell.
Yeah. Still
Would
though.
a golem ping his magic to detect magic?
That's a really great knowledge engineering check as I go to an SRD. I don't know.
I feel like yes.
I want to say yes, but the immunity to magic is weird. I'm gonna...
Didn't roll very well.
Hawken would know. It's some might pick up a little. It depends on the golem in question, and also if detect magic does not allow spell resistance, so they wouldn't be autoimmune. But not every golem. Some would. Certainly, if the golem was enchanted in some way or had like a magic sword, that would ping.
Yes. Do these statues have any weapons?
No, just armor.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and wait. Why does anybody detect check the banner?
Yeah.
Do you want to go blind?
Meant detect magic on the banner. Also, why would we go blind?
Because the banner is powerful enough that there would be a backlash.
We'll cover my eyes then.
Not on your eyes. Like its caster level is what? I think the line is 10 higher than your level. Then you have to will save or get dazed over it.
I forget what it is for detect magic.
It's-
I usually
5 or 10. It's the same for like if you go like that Baylor that killed Terendelev. If you run up to him and detect evil him, it's gonna make your brain divide by 0 and whoosh. Turn your brain into mashed taters. Well,
I guess we.
Okay, Grazak's just gonna put a hand on the banner or poke it.
okay. There's gonna be a surprise round
Nope.
because in fact,
Okay, that's my B.
anyone want to shout out what they are before? Did someone set Grazak to auto loot? Because they're mimics. You put your hand on the sword of valor, and as that happens, the banner itself, the bottom splits. Almost as if like it was being unzipped, right? And rows of teeth, where the teeth of the zipper would be, begin forming, and grossness happens, and
Mimic?
2 mimics.
That's not what I expected.
And
Ghost and
No.
Reapers.
No, I did not expect mimic.
and Grazak, if you can make a reflex save.
I'll try to.
And succeed. Jesus, fair enough. Okay. So I'm going to run their held actions real quick. They would like to slap you.
I don't like being slapped.
Now we know something else about him. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Against your flat-footed, a 28 and an 18. Though in fairness, when you guys were rolling perception, you got really close to the 30. You needed to just flat suss out a mimic. It was real close.
The 28 would hit me. The 18 would not hit my flat foot.
No, fair enough. Alrighty, so then I do shabam, 11 points of damage, and if you could make another reflex save. Man, killed it. So the left half of the former Sword of Valor, now clearly a couple mimics, hits Grazak in the rib cage and starts to like wrap around, and you're able to squeeze out before the like whatever is drooling forth from the mouth of the mimic, which is clearly sticking to your armor, like gets a hold. And Kieran's first.
I'm imagining a much grosser version of when Doctor Strange's cape tried to wrap around and suffocate Drax in the Avengers movie.
Yeah, more or less. Except there's two of them, and they're much more abyssal.
I will move behind Hakan.
Sure.
And then I will sling of death one of them.
I'll make your stealth check. Actually, don't make your stealth check. I have 0 ranks in. Oh, no, I do have a perception. Do make your stealth check. And you did make your stealth check. I can't find you. Dope. Never have I ever had a mimic get knocked out, but that would do it. Which one would you like to go down?
I'll go with the right one.
And if you'd like to flavor it.
What do they look like?
Like the banner split in half to form two, almost like giant tongues, or like Nick said, like Doctor Strange's cape wrapping around Drax, that kind of thing.
Like an evil version of Aladdin's magic carpet.
Also that.
I have no idea. There's no anatomy.
And there is. It's just.
Speaking of which, does that mean it's immune to sneak attack?
Nothing is immune to sneak attack. It would just get resistance if it did. Immunities aren't fair play. Also, no, it's not immune.
I guess no discernible anatomy, go for the gut and just hit it really, really hard, apparently.
And instead you contact like its eye, which opens up at the last second, and then boop, and then it slides off the floor and turns into whatever the hell a mythic looks like in its natural... What even? That.
A mythic or a mimic?
Whatever a
mimic.
mimic...
Mimics?
No, God. Are there mythic mimics?
Mimics.
I mean, there's mythic templates, so yes.
Small retcon, they're mythic. Oh, I didn't realize they were mythic mimics. I am going to double check that. It turns into whatever in the hell a mimic looks like when it's not mimicking, and if that's all, it goes to Haken.
Yep.
So you said...
I
never rolled my initiative.
You did. You are going on count 12.
I did?
Yep.
I didn't mean... Okay, my bad.
It's the same initiative from a billion sessions ago.
Oh, we're still using that.
10, 15,
Tempe still goes on count -999.
Yeah.
Tempe always goes on account -999.
Slow lady.
So charging up here. You said these were abyssal mimics?
They look like knowledge checks.
They look like knowledge checks.
They turn into a d20. You're not super sure. Well, no, that's a knowledge place. Yeah, clearly these are a little more fiendish than the standard mimic.
I guess I'm more asking for, does that count as a evil outsider?
It does. I think. Would a fiendish creature count as an evil outsider? I was expecting you to know this, damn.
I wasn't expecting to run into the fiendish template.
Really? In Wrath of the Righteous?
I think it would at least have the evil subtype.
Yeah, it's probably got that at least.
It does not. It is still an aberration. It gets dark vision, some DR, SR, and a smite, and that's it.
Okay. Well, charging, does the 24 hit or confirm?
It certainly does.
Okay. And also... Wait, do I have skirmish? I don't have skirmish. So...
Yes?
If I'm allowed to do this, and you can yell at me later, creatures with the fiendish template live in the lower planes.
Yep.
Such as the abyss or hell.
Yep.
Yeah, but it doesn't gain or it doesn't change to the outsider type, so it doesn't
Right.
apply for favored enemy.
Indeed.
That said, it's still 44 damage.
It's still not feeling good. Didn't one-shot it, but it's... You stab it in what appears to be, again, like the eye pops up, and then the... into the eye. If that's all...
Yeah.
These guys are on... There's a lot of things on the initiative right now. Next up is... Not that one, not that one. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, that one's sleeping. Nope, 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 nope. Who do I want to attack? I guess I'm gonna just keep on keeping on. Am I smart? I'm pretty smart. I don't like paladins. As a swift action, the fiendish creature.
Know I'm a paladin.
Because you are a shiny golden god, shiny golden boy.
I don't want to be shiny.
Well, you gotta
That's fine.
go get some like oil or something. Like, get all smudged and gross. Whatever. It's gonna smite you and attack you. Do I have a charisma? No, I don't. Damn! Why don't you have charisma? This one is against Grzok's flat-footed still. And add charisma to hit. 30 to hit?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I need to go pick my car up from the shop, so I need to hop out.
Okay, sounds good. This wouldn't be after this fight wouldn't be the worst place to call it if you guys don't want to continue on without Hawken. It's up to y'all.
If not, I'm gonna move and attack. Rinse and repeat.
Sounds good. In any case.
Later, y'all.
Yeah, I'll see you tonight, dude. And 20 points of damage to Grzok. Grzok, make a reflex save. Actually, don't make a reflex save. I screwed that one up. I'm so good at stuff. I've used mimics before. As it slaps onto you and it hits, the adhesive goes off, and an adhesive-covered mimic automatically grapples any creature it hits with its slam. Sure, I should have had you last time, but oh well. It has you grappled now. And it passes to you.
Well, in that case, I'm going to try and break the grapple.
Okay.
I forget what I roll for that.
CMB.
Okay. Wait, can I
That's
attack
rough.
it while I'm still grappled?
Yes.
With
One-handed weapon or natural weapons?
you feel like
One-handed light, I think?
yeah.
Or is it just one-handed?
I think
Also,
it's
it is technically easier to hit because it is also grappled.
So dumb. So dumb.
I'm guessing I can't full attack.
No, you just have your standard action. You could bite it.
I mean,
I really want to see what happens
Why
when you
not?
bite a mimic.
I think you can full attack.
you don't lose your move action.
Oh, fair enough. I stand corrected
Yeah.
then.
I'll just...
I played that wrong for
Wait,
many a
so-
game.
Okay, so when you break a so if I were to try and break the grapple, would I still be able to attack afterwards or no?
That
That
takes
is
your
your action.
yeah. That takes your
I'll
standard.
just-
On the other
Okay,
hand,
I'll
it
just
is
try and-
easier to hit it right now because it is grappled.
Why would I bite it? I still have a sword is free at least.
And on another hand, you could try and combat its grapple, and if you take control, then you get a free bite. And then
So
you're in
roll
control of the
CMB.
grapple.
That would also be a CMB.
Alright.
Okay. Are you trying to take control of the grapple, or are you trying to?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna say because you're touching it with a natural weapon, your hands are stuck to it now from adhesive. But yeah, you're able to gain control of the grapple. Yoink off the wall it goes.
I'll bite it now.
Bite.
Okay.
Hold on. You know what? I still have it. Sorry. Just look at the bite attack
Just look at the one you want me to look at.
right here.
That
Yeah.
random one there. Ooh,
Indeed.
that was a possible crit.
Yeah, it was. First, have Grzok, if you would make a reflex save.
Another reflex.
If you would. Okay.
One of them all.
That would fail. Then flavor that kill. Adam gets
Oh.
it.
As it tries to wrap around me, and after getting hurt, I take a bite out of it, and taste good at all. I spit it back out.
You actually do not, because you failed the reflex save and it is stuck to your mouth. dead.
I thought you said. Oh.
And
Is
that's
this one's here still alive? Or is that
yes, it is. It's taken what 15 points of lethal damage, something like, and more than enough non-lethal to put it on the ground.
It's like the worst part of having peanut butter stuck to the roof of your mouth times 1,000.
Yeah, that's fair.
I try to pull it off.
Make a strength check. How much of the flesh on the roof of your mouth comes off in response?
Strength check.
The sensation is probably not the nicest one.
Probably not.
I don't. How fast do you regrow your teeth?
Oh,
Well, never mind. I'm not gonna ask that question because you're wearing the golden grill of Apsu.
No, I researched it. Crocodiles can come back like at least within a month.
Okay. Then I'm gonna.
Oh.
It takes 3 teeth and most of the skin on the roof of your mouth, but you are able to yoink this off.
Ow, most of it? Do I take damage from that?
Do you want to take damage from it?
But
No, you don't take damage.
I didn't want to get jumped by 2 mutant blankets either.
Yeah. Welcome to Wrath of the Righteous. I was really hoping you would bite the mimic though, because like he fails that, that's gonna be peanut butter jelly time.
Oh.
I had a new attack I wanted to try called Forceful Strike that was going to do a whole bunch of damage.
I mean, there's
Okay,
there's an unconscious mimic laying in front of you.
It's unconscious now.
Okay, well, time to heal
Sure,
myself.
we'll just do it for the fun of it. So first I have to hit it, which means not rolling a 1, I think.
Pretty much. It's helpless right now. Yep. Good enough.
That hits, and then
And
I
one more.
roll 10d4 plus my damage, which is so 11d4 plus 4 damage.
And all of our hopes of experimenting on a mimic.
I'm just gonna do this twice. So
Sure. Okay.
total of what? 24,
6.
25, 26 damage.
Okay.
No, 30 damage.
It's not dead, but you definitely hit it. Meanwhile, Grizok like sticks a finger on the roof of his mouth and starts channeling the power of the dragon god.
It is easily the 3rd worst thing I've ever put in my mouth.
I bet it
Shut
didn't
up,
reach
Kieran.
the
I
top
know
of
you're
that.
thinking of filthy jokes, but don't make them.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I do. Well, that happened.
Oh, it did.
I don't suppose the legends about the banner said anything about it coming to life and trying to eat you, right?
No, not quite. It's pretty
I'm
clear.
assuming-
Y'all know what
I
a
know.
mimic is.
I
I'm not.
know that's a joke.
I will probably never ask for a knowledge check to identify a mimic, given how memery it is.
Is there anything else in this room?
We walked into the bar, talked about mimic. Bartender laughed. We
No,
laughed.
but there was another
table
room
laughed.
like the one that this one went to, so we might check behind the thing of that one.
And there is also behind the banner, these 4 here are wearing masterwork full plate, but behind the banner there is another statue which clearly wears a much nicer suit of armor.
Ooh.
I will
Kind
grab it.
where?
Behind the banner, excuse me. Behind the corpses of the banner.
So right back here there's another thing that's a suit of armor. What kind of suit of armor is it?
Getting there. I'm thinking it's okay. It's not as good as I thought. The suit is plated in gold and spellcraft checks. It's actually really good. Oh my god.
Hey, hold on. I lost my teeth, right? Aw, man.
A few of your teeth got
Few.
yoinked out. In any case, The
Oh,
collect
speaking
those.
of, let me go ahead and heal you. How much are you down?
I already took care of that.
Okay.
Lay on hands.
lay on hands. Okay, so
I'm
the
good now.
the armor is plated in gold, seems to be made out of mithril, and it kind of like, you look at it, Grazok, you look at it, and you can kind of feel it calling to you. Your teeth kind of start itching once again.
What is it? Sort of iconography? Is this like or paladin symbols on it? What does it look like?
As it stands now, it appears to be just a gold-plated suit of full plate.
I imagine this. I'll go over and inspect it, I guess.
Okay. As you get a little too close to it, the armor flies off the mannequin and seems to
Got
like
another mimic.
and roll
It's the
initiative.
mythic mimic that you were afraid of.
No, unfortunately, there's a manticore. One of the Monasutras is mythic. A Medusa, no mimic. That feels like a missed opportunity. Rather, you feel the armor that you're wearing go incorporeal from its ghost touchiness and fall off you, and this armor soul binds and like flies off piece by piece to attach itself to you. And I guess I'll let Grazok tell us what it looks like as it.
Are we doing the?
You were
Tony
cutting
Stark
out a
jumps out of the
little.
building?
You were cutting out a little bit when you were describing what was happening. I heard it's flying onto me, and
And your old armor goes away, and describe what your new armor looks like.
oh, you want me to describe it?
Yeah, it's all you, buddy. I already forced a paladin weapon on you once. It is reasonable to
Well-
ask for time if you would like. It's a pretty shiny suit of armor.
Yeah, I think I might want time to think on that.
So the sigil tree, there probably is somewhere on it Opsu's holy symbol in some way, shape, or form. It is known as the armor of the pious. I will put it in chat real quick. Boom,
God.
boom, bam.
Oh God.
You know what?
You wanted mithril full plate. There it is.
Did I bring that up at some point?
I mean, you were complaining about your 14 decks, so I assumed you wanted mithril full plate to add one more.
Oh, well, I was complaining in character, but
Well, I hear all the prayers from my PCs. In any case, once per day, you, as a swift action, can increase its armor bonus from 1 to 2 for 10 rounds. For this duration, the armor also grants a +2 sacred bonus on saves. A paladin wearing this armor can use lay on hands 1 more time per day. A mythic paladin wearing this armor gains 1 use of mythic power in addition per day. An evil character gets
One?
2 negative
You,
bonus.
you cut out on how many mythic power he gains per day.
+1.
One.
Okay.
One mythic, one lay on hands.
Yep.
That's pretty decent, though.
so as that before we realized that Grazak would probably be freaking out at first with it leaping on him like, "Oh no, another one!" Wait a minute.
Less tingly.
Nothing's biting you.
Oh no, I'm still tingling. If now tiles, so I don't know what it feels like to have nipples, but I imagine if I did, they'd probably be rigid right now.
And who's
Anyway.
the creepy one?
Just, I don't know how to social good, so I just say what comes to mind, I guess. What would it look like?
It's your call.
You know, considering his where he comes from, a more tribal, primitive culture, and their interpretation of Apsu, in a form that's sort of reminiscent of like a shaman or chieftain's sort of ceremonial armor, except instead of looking like it's made completely out of metal, well, I guess it would still be gold in color, but it would look like it was wrought from, or even like dragon bones and ribs that sort of wrap around his body to form a suit of armor. And carved into those bones are sort of primal iconography and of draconic images and celestial bodies and stars. This. So yeah,
Fair enough.
sort of like it might even look like part of the hide was actually from a gold dragon.
Okay. That's a Christmas song in and of itself.
Sure. Oh wow, if I actually did wear
Gold.
if I actually did wear metallic hide armor, that would probably get me in trouble with some people.
Yeah, a little bit. But fair
Well.
enough, and so it was.
Oh. As if I didn't reflect enough light already.
Indeed. Well, with 7 minutes on the clock, there's more stuff you could go explore. But basically, the only thing left is kind of the room where the giant encounter is. If you'd like to start it without Hawken, we could. Or if you want to go talk to camp, that's a thing that could also happen.
And we only have 5 minutes left.
That's what I'm saying this isn't the worst stopping place in the whole world, but I don't want to necessarily cut it early if y'all don't want to.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's where we're going to call it. I have to pee again. My cat sat on me.
Okay.
Thank you all for
Talk to you
watching.
later.
3 hours of going through stuff. Be sure to like and subscribe for more stuff. And we'll see you next time. Say bye, y'all.
Uh,
y'all.